Bruins Stanley Cup Hockey.
Tuesday night, Game 1. After 55 minutes and 13 seconds of overtime, Peter Klima's shot trickled through the pads of Andy Moe, giving the Oilers a 3-2 triple overtime win. Friday night in Game 2, Jari Kurri scored his second of 3 goals on a shot similar to Klima's Game 1 winner. The Oilers scoring 5 unanswered goals on their way to a 7-2 win and a commanding 2-0 lead. Tonight from the Northlands Coliseum in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, the Boston Bruins are in a must-win situation against the Edmonton Oilers in Game 3 of the 1990 Stanley Cup Finals. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Boston Bruins Stanley Cup Hockey on TV 38. I'm Gene Levanchi. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out we have to win Game 3. That's what Bruins defenseman Gary Galley had to say after Friday night's loss in Game 2. The Bruins' success on the road this season has been well documented, and they fared pretty well on the larger ice surfaces. And they'll need to build on that from the start. In fact, most of the players feel it's crucial to get the first goal and to play with the lead for a change. Now, the Oilers are not expecting Boston to roll over. After Game 2, Oilers coach John Muckler said he knows the Bruins won't quit, and he is quite familiar with what he calls Boston's Cinderella season. Now, Mike Milbury will go with Andy Moe net tonight. Dave Poulin will not be playing. Ray Bourque will be. There was some concern about his condition after missing a check and crashing into the boards Friday. He will play his usual number of minutes. And Andy Brickley is a surprise. He took part in the pregame skate and is expected to see some action in tonight's Game 3. Now, there are some familiar names atop the comings and goings list in the National Hockey League, and coming up between periods tonight, we'll get the inside track as we go inside the NHL with the Globe's Kevin Dupont. Also between periods tonight, former Bruin great Bobby Orr makes a special presentation, and John Pearson will share some points of interest from tonight's game. The Stanley Cup Finals on TV 38 will continue in a moment when we send you to the Northlands Coliseum in Edmonton, where Fred Cusick and Derek Sanderson will have the call of tonight's game number 3. TV 38 Sports presents Boston Bruins Hockey, brought to you in part by Budweiser, Beechwood Age for that clean, crisp taste. This Bud's for you. By your New England Volkswagen dealers, well, you'll find Farfignugan. It's what makes a car Volkswagen. By Bradley's Department Stores. By the Harvard Community Health Plan. By McDonald's, where it's always a good time for the great taste. And by Delta Airlines. We love to fly, and it shows.
And welcome back to Edmonton, and this is game number 3. Derek, looking back on the season and into the playoffs, 99 games, I can't recall where I would second-guess Mike Milbury, a rookie coach, really outstanding all season long, and his moves, his personnel moves, the way he handles the team in a game, his goaltender selections, the whole bit.
He's done it all. I mean, a magnificent job of coaching by the whole staff and the input that they have with each other. I really think they have the team in the proper frame of mind. They had, there was a flying day yesterday, and it's not talk hockey. Let's get the hockey today. And then this morning, the skate, and the attitude was great. Things went well.
Well, at practice today, Ken London, our producer, was on hand, and he had a word with goaltender Andy Moe.
Well, I think we're ready. We were juiced up in practice this morning, and everyone feels loose and want to play hockey. And I tell you the truth, at this point, that's the most important ingredient you can have, is the guys come to the rink and wanting to play. I mean, we're in a hole, but they still want to play. And if you can have that approach, well, then the tactical part of the game will take care of itself.
Getting back to Mike Milbury, I'd suggest, hey, let's go all out right from the opening gun here.
Well, skating and enthusiasm is going to definitely play a big part in this, but still some kind of discipline and control. Wait for your breaks. You can force them to happen if you have the man advantage. If you're moving into the end zone properly and you have a bouncing puck, sure, seize the opportunity, but make sure someone's coming back. Don't throw it wide open early.
And one other note on a Boston Bruin. Raymond Bourque could not play any better in 2 Stanley Cup games. He has been brilliant.
He has been absolutely superb. Janney and Neely getting all the attention up front has kind of allowed Bourque his own pace. He's coming into the play late. Edmonton has yet to pick him up. Doing a fantastic job. We're going to need that again tonight from Bourque. Janney and Neely. Craig Janney's going to get himself a couple.
Oh, we talked about not much passion by the fans, but now suddenly there's plenty of noise, but they've been sitting quietly up to this point.
Very quiet till the team comes up. This is the 19,000 hardcore ones are here tonight.
And for the Boston Bruins, down 2-0, you would say this has to be a must-win.
Well, you had 2 years ago when we were down 2-0. I never gave them much hope. I mean, I would like to have seen them pull it out, but it was difficult. They certainly have the team to do it now, and it's just a matter of attitude. You get a goal, you get a lead, and you beat Ranford tonight. Confidence is a fleeting thing, and Ranford could turn around and go bad.
Well, it will be Bill Ranford in goal for the Edmonton Oilers. And for Boston, Andy Moog. And we'll have the opening face-off in just a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's now meet the 1989-1990 Wales Conference champions, the Boston Bruins. Introducing the backup goaltender tonight, number 1, Reja Lemelin. Starting on right wing, number 8, Cam Neely. Number 11, Bob Carpenter. Number 12, Randy Burridge. Number 18, Bobby Gould. Number 20, Bob Sweeney. Starting on left wing, number 23, Craig Janney. Number 25, Andy Brickley. Starting on defense, number 26, Glenn Wesley. Number 27, Dave Christian. Number 28, Gary Galley. Number 31, John Carter. Number 32, Don Sweeney. Starting in goal, number 35, Andy Moog. Number 36, Brian Propp. Number 38, Greg Hoggood. Number 39, Greg Johnston. Number 41, Alan Peterson. Starting at center, number 42, John Bice. And starting on defense, number 77, Ray Bork. The Boston General Manager, Harry Sinden, the coach, Mike Milbury. The assistant coaches, Ted Sater, Gord Clark, Joe Bertagna. The athletic trainer is Jim Narrigan. The athletic therapist, Don Wharton, and the equipment managers, Ken Flager and Eric Anderson. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1989-1990 Campbell Conference champions. Starting on defense, number 4, Kevin Lowe. Number 5, Steve Smith. Starting at center, number 7, Mark Lamb. Number 8, Joe Murphy. Number 9, Glenn Anderson. Starting on left wing, number 10, Esa Tikkanen. Number 11, Mark Messier. Number 12, Adam Graves. Number 14, Craig McTavish. Number 16, Kelly Bookberger. Starting on right wing, number 17, Yeri Curry. Number 18, Craig Simpson. Number 20, Martin Jelena. Number 21, Randy Gray. Number 22, Charlie Huddy. Number 26, Rayo Ruotsalainen. Number 28, Craig Muni. Starting in goal, number 30, Bill Renford. The backup goaltender tonight, number 33, Eldon Reddick. And number 85, Peter Klima. The Oilers general manager is Blaine Sather. The assistant general manager, Bruce McGregor. The coach, John Muckler. Co-coach, Ted Green. The assistant coach, Ron Lowe. The chief scout, Barry Fraser. The athletic trainer is Barry Stafford. The athletic trainer therapist is Ken Lowe. The assistant trainer, Lyle Sparky Kolchiski. And the massage therapist is Stuart Poirier. Ladies and gentlemen, this weekend, the Loyal Edmonton Regiment, the 4th Battalion of the Princess Patricia's Canadian Light Infantry, is celebrating its 75th anniversary. Through the kind permission of the regiment's Colonel-in-Chief, the Countess of Mountbatten of Burma, and the commanding officer, Lieutenant Colonel Glenn Jones, and the authority of the Edmonton Musicians Association, the regiment is here tonight. The Edmonton Oilers are honored to have these famous Canadian regiments with us to provide the flag color party and the massed bands of the regiments to play our national anthems. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please remain standing for the playing of our national anthems?
Excellent job. Welcome to the Northlands Coliseum. Referees for tonight's game, Andy Van Hellemond is going to get this assignment. Linesman Ray Scapanello. Ed Swede Knox.
Looking at the Boston Bruins, and I commented about the lack of enthusiasm, but there was plenty of spirit there in the introduction of the players, and we'll see how it develops. But around town, talking here in Edmonton, you really don't hear much about it, and they kind of have taken it for granted that they'll win the series 4 straight. A lot of confidence, but...
Andy Van Hellemond right there is going to get the assignment, make sure everything kind of stays on the up and up with Swede Knox and Ray Scapanello. Everybody got to get their legs back a little bit.
Andy is 42 years old. Since 1977, he's officiated Stanley Cup Finals.
In goal for Boston, Andy Moog going to get the start. Certainly has the ability to get things going in the right direction. He stood the other night for a long time. The first game before he saw a shot. That's tough, talking with John Davidson today, but an all-star goaltender in his own right. Says Moog will do fine. Bill Ranford doing an excellent job for the Oilers. On many times unconscious. Bruins have got to get to him. They got to crash that net. Force Ranford to give up some rebounds. Mike Milbury, pretty happy with the way the club responded today. They're in a positive mood. John Muckler of the Edmonton Oilers. 2 rookie coaches. Which one will do it? John Muckler, very happy having gone into Boston. Stole 2 games. Fred?
John Bice, the rookie out of the University of Wisconsin, hasn't played in several series, is starting at center. And Craig Janney on the left, Cam Neely on the right. Another move by Mike Milbury. And it is Bice at center on the faceoff against Mark Lamb. And Kevin Lowe has it in the Edmonton zone. Checked by Neely. Neely going in with Bice. Neely a backhander, a save. Score! Bice on the rebound. The Bruins score right away. Bice from Cam Neely to make it 1-0 Boston.
Well, you want to talk about not second-guessing Mike Milbury. He dresses John Bice. He responds with a goal right off the bat. Loses the draw. It goes back. A bad pass Muni over to Kevin Lowe, who waits around, but right there, Bice jumps in on him. Neely backhands. Lowe loses him. Rebound to Ranford. Crashed the net. And there you have a 1-goal lead.
Mike Milbury, we talked about it at the start. Amazing. And what a result. 1-0 Boston. John Bice. That is his second. He scored 1 in the Hartford series. Then hasn't played. And Bice at center on the first line. And he's in the forecheck now. And Ranford out of the net, trying to move it away with Tikkanen. And Neely breaks him up for Bice. And a save by Ranford. Bice could have made it 2-0. In the first minute, he could have had 2 goals as Cam Neely set him up right in front. The Bruins stunning the fans. And the Oilers, of course, with a quick lead as Neely set it up. Back now comes Curry. His shot blocked. The follow-up shot. And a save as Gregg fired it in. And Bourque able to clear it out. Took a hard hit from Tikkanen. Oh, Tikkanen looked as though he was ready to take him right out of the series with that hit. A hard, clean check. Curry gains center ice. Watched by Christian and the clear in. Moog trying to clear it out himself. And Carter is jammed up. Carpenter fighting for it. Messier, a hard hit on the play. Puck driven across in front by Curry and a save by Moog, and it's tied up for a faceoff. And a little jamming by Simpson on Don Sweeney.
Glenn Wesley injured, took a blast, I think from Yari Curry. Blocked his shot in the first shift. Not responding right now. You get it on the instep, just numbs the leg.
Shot by Ruotsalainen, a save by Andy Moog, and the long rebound is kept in by Ruotsalainen. Gets it off to Anderson, a pass in front. Knocked away by Moog. And the net dislodged at a face-off. And now, Derek's keys.
Well, the keys to this game was, believe it or not, was crash the goal. John Bice did that right off the bat, get the early lead. Second was nullify Edmonton's outside speed. Right there, picture it, John Bice. Nullify Edmonton's outside speed. Do a lot of center ice checking and be patient. It's a long game, 60 minutes.
10 seconds into the game, John Bice scored. Carpenter wins the draw. Don Sweeney can't move out. Galley will try. Pass too far ahead, stopped by Ruotsalainen, driven back in. Carpenter trying to move it out. And Carter breaks it out. 2-on-1. Breaking with Christian. Carter going, holding. Way too deep. And then never really got an effective play away. Held it too long. And back comes Anderson. Anderson over the line. Drop pass for Smith. Broken up. And away comes Christian. Possible 2-on-1. Christian coming with Bourque coming up. Christian goes wide. Bourque is taken off the play by Smith and can't move in. 1-0 Boston. Smith takes down Ray Bourque in the Edmonton zone. Mike Milbury making changes, and winding up is Joe Murphy. Bruins with a quick lead. Long pass stopped by Galley. Fired out. Trying to set it up. Hoggood gets it over the line. Drop pass for Prop. Doesn't work. And the Oilers break it out. Graves checked on the play. The puck bounces for Murphy, though. Murphy trying to slide in. Broken up. Hoggood trying to clear. Can't. Huddy keeps it in to Murphy. Right back for a shot here. Knocked wide on Jelena. Jelena was cutting in on that one. Bruins hemmed in. Heavy hit on the boards by Hoggood. Murphy keeps it in, though. Now it's knocked away by Brickley. And a breakaway. Here comes Prop all alone. Prop in. And he's broken up. Checked on the play. No call before he got the shot off. The Bruins getting break-ins. Now breaking it out is Jelena, the rookie. Jelena going ahead, moving it near the net, and is taken away by Bourque, and a penalty on Don Sweeney. A power play for Edmonton. It is Bruins 1, Oilers nothing. First period on TV 38.
Don Sweeney in the penalty box for holding. Said Huddy made a nice play on Brian Propp in the breakaway. Didn't call that holding. And right here he's going to call holding on Sweeney. Took the hand off the stick. Now he grabs the arm. I don't know. Now you got Brian Propp now. Picks this up late. There's the hooking. Turns him around. Now that was a good clean play.
Messier is out. He has Tikkanen on the right, Curry on the left with Smith. Smith back with Ruotsalainen. Off for Ruotsalainen. Watched quickly by Burridge, but gets it back now. Over to Smith. Smith pass up to Curry. Curry holding. Back for Smith. Smith fires it in front. Turnaround. Tikkanen. Save Andy Moog. 20 feet in front. Tikkanen on that one. It's back to Smith again. Into Messier in the corner. Now to Curry. Back for Messier. Back in front. Tikkanen checked. But it rolls for Messier. Now Curry again. Messier. They trade passes. The shot blocked. Bruins trying to clear it. It popped into Moog as Bourque couldn't get it. And Moog able to tie it up for a face-off. 16:10 left in the first period. That 1:26 on this power play.
That shot by Curry, blocked by Bourque, just stayed there. Andy Moog, Johnny, on the spot, come up with a loose puck. Right here. There's the shot, way wide. Ray wanted to get his leg out of the way. You certainly would want it to deflect off you. But Moog parked right there for the puck with Messier standing by.
The Bruins lead 1-0 on a goal by John Bice, the rookie, on a rebound of a nearly shot 10 seconds into the game. Carpenter gets it free, and the Bruins skate it out. Carter drops it in wide of Ranford. Smith winding up. Messier challenged by Carpenter. Still challenged. And that forced the offside pass to Ruotsalainen. And the faceoff called inside the Edmonton line. And that was the aggressive forechecking of Carpenter. And, of course, he's got the speed to match a Messier.
Certainly does. That's what he's been doing. And what he did is a couple of times Messier's handled the puck. Carpenter has chosen to go wide of him. Overran him a couple of times. Bobby's got to understand that he's going to cut back a lot. Messier loves to carry the puck. He thinks he's very fast and no one can catch him, but Carpenter can.
Simpson is out at left wing. Messier stays on. And Smith and Ruotsalainen. Anderson is on. So it's Anderson and Simpson on the wings, and Messier with that big windup now to the speedster. Anderson, they break over the line. Off for Messier. In deep, watched by Peterson. Around behind the net to Anderson. Anderson checked on the play. The Bruins get it and break it out. Carter rushing, coming on Ruotsalinen. Now holding, killing time. And ragging the puck. Way back in the Boston end. Finally getting it away to Galley, and Galley clears it. 35 seconds left on the Edmonton power play. 1-0 Boston. Smith now to Anderson. Over the line. Kept in by Messier, who's playing the entire power play. Long pass into Anderson. Checked by Galley. Galley goes down, gathers it in, ties it up, gets the face off. He just reached out, tucked it in.
Gonna grab it. Nobody's gonna play with this puck. It's mine. And if you're gonna knock me down, I'm gonna smother it.
19 seconds left on the Edmonton power play. Don Sweeney in the penalty box. He went in for holding at 3:16. McTavish, first appearance now. Huddy, Gregg back at the points. A battle for that faceoff won by Carpenter for Bourque. Bourque plays it up the boards. Carpenter is there. Gets it out to Burridge, who can't hang on. But forces the play back into the Edmonton zone on Huddy. And the penalty just about killed. Excellent penalty killing by Boston. They lead the Bruins 1-0. John Sweeney is back out. And Edmonton trying to move it in. Buchberger's long pass on the right wing side is taken by Johnston. Burridge, lead for Bob Sweeney on Huddy. Puts it in front. McTavish there to intercept. Takes a hit. Gets it up in the center ice. Klima broken up by Bourque. Now Burridge back to pick it up. Burridge broken up by Klima. Klima wheels it in the zone. Intercepted by Bob Sweeney. Deflected over to Peterson. Cleared out of the zone. 14:04 left in the first period. 1-0 Boston. At center ice. Picked up by Graves. Murphy. Long pass in for Jelena. His backhander over the net. In the corner. Jammed up. Now taken by Murphy. Murphy wheels it in front. Blocked by Neely. He covered Muni. Gets it out to center ice. Janney breaking with it. Janney all alone though. Over the line looking for somebody. Neely finally coming up. Keeping the puck in. Going into the corner. Putting it for Janney. His shot goes high and Janney knocked down. Bice tried to put it on net. Couldn't do it. And Van Hellemond is calling a hooking penalty on Jelena. I believe it is Bruins 1, Oilers 0. First period at Edmonton. Jelena.
Martin Jelena on the box. Youngster playing awful well for Edmonton. A little bit on the hooking side here. Loses his man in front of the net. Just decides to take him out.
Boston on their first power play. Carpenter is out there with Neely and Janney. Bourque and Hoggood. 13:28 left in the first period. 1-0 the Bruins on a goal by John Bice, the rookie, who started the game and scored. Bourque keeps it in front. Neely shot and a save. Ranford. Neely wide open on the pass up from Ray Bourque. Messier clears it to the Boston end. Hustles in to get the puck and play it back to Lowe. Bruins had a marvelous chance. Ray Bourque to Cam Neely. 20 feet in front.
Ray Bourque rethought the play, was going to shoot it, saw Neely all alone. Cam just quickly turned around, shot it. Ranford went down.
Puck cleared in by Janney, wrapped around the boards. Hoggood able to keep it in right point. Janney trying to get it, can't. And the Oilers break it out. Curry's pass, though, stopped by Bourque. Bourque away from McTavish, in the center ice to Neely, off wing side, over the line, moving for a quick shot, a save, and the rebound, and a save by Ranford. 2 on Neely, coming in on the off wing side, and Cam Neely has played a tremendous series for the Boston Bruins as he set up the lone goal of the game so far in this one.
Well, it was set up by an individual great move by Raymond Bourque. He was looking to pass the puck up just kind of softly. Craig McTavish was right on Bourque. There's the play in on Bourque to Neely. Right there, just wanted to go 5-hole. Ranford down.
1:05 left on Jelena's penalty.
Right there, Bourque, quick little spin around. Gets away from McTavish. Play we were talking about earlier, up to Neely. You got 2 shots after that.
Carpenter gets it right to Bork. Quick shot, save! Oh, big stop by Ranford. Only beaten on the rebound shot by Bice, as Neely had fired it, and the Bruins with another great chance there by Bork right off face-off. Neely away on the left wing side. Drills it in. Janney going for it. On the boards. Gets it. Check. Gets it to Bork. Bork trying to keep it in. Can't do it. Bork broken up by Tikkanen. Wesley fires it back in. 30 seconds left on the power play. Been a good one. There's been 2 fine chances. One by Neely and one by Ray Bork.
Edmonton seems to be standing around a little bit. Bruins moving the puck briskly.
1-0 the Bruins. Janney starts it out. The pass broken up. Intended for Bice. Cleared now. Moog out. Messier was moving after it. Boy, Messier's played a lot of this game so far. He forces Bob Sweeney back, and the power play is over. Galley up for Wesley. Wesley bumped off the puck by Simpson, and the Oilers start it back. Lead for McTavish is broken up, though, by Galley. Anderson takes a heavy hit from Gary Galley and is knocked to the ice. This clear by Wesley into the stands, a face-off. Bruins lead the Oilers 1-0 in the first period.
Who you kidding, Simpson? I got Sloop.
Well, they're your coaches for tonight's game. Once again, Mike Milbury and John Muckler.
Face-off is inside the Boston line. Graves, Jelena, Buchberger, Lowe and Muni. Bob Sweeney on the draw. Johnston and Burridge on the wings. Bruins without Dave Poulin, of course. In the center ice, Burridge can't get it. Cleared in by Buchberger. Back foot goes Galley. 2 men on him. And he's able to tap it out, and breaking Bob Sweeney. Trying to get away from Buchberger. Checked on the play. Moves it into the corner, though. Johnston going on low. Wraps him up. Bob Sweeney takes a hit from Graves. Puck in the corner to the right of Ranford. 4 players there. Muni, Johnston now battling for it, and no whistle. And finally, Bob Sweeney gets it. Trying to put it in front, does. Burridge is covered on the play, can't get the shot away. Puck now bounced out the center ice. Bob Sweeney trying to set up Burridge. Galley chased all the way. Oh, hooked down. No call. Dreadful play there. And now the net dislodged. Gary Galley.
What is Andy Van
right out
Halen
of
waiting
the play
for?
with a hook. And now it is Bruins 1, Oilers nothing in the first period.
Well, Andy Van Halen, right? Gary Galley had a few words with him right there. He's got to figure out what he's got to do to draw a hooking penalty. Jelena was on Galley pretty good. And the next thing you know, he ran into the back of the net.
Halfway through the first period, 1-0 Boston. John Bice out of the University of Wisconsin scoring the goal 10 seconds into the game. Boston starts it back now. In the center ice, Hoggard now to Christian. Bounces over the line. Simpson going on Carter. Simpson clears it out. Hoggard playing defense with Raymond Bork. Trade passes. Now Christian from Hoggard. Trying to cut through a 3-man defense. No room there, but the puck rides in. Carter puts it in front for Carpenter. Carpenter stopped by Ranford. He had him dead to rights on a setup. Kept in by Christian. Carter trying to put it in front. Can't. Hoggard moves in. Checked on the play. Simpson down, falls on the puck. No whistle. Messier finally gets it out to Anderson. Anderson on Bork. Anderson, a backhander and a save by Andy Moe. And out comes Hoggard. Hoggard to Carter with Carpenter. Over the line, cutting, can't cut in. Hoggard, a shot, a save by Ranford. Bruins getting their chances. Ranford making some sharp saves, and Andy Moog has at the other end. Shots are 9-7 Boston. Make that 9-8 on that long one by Edmonton. Don Sweeney the rebound. Bruins failed to move it out. Galley fell down. Don Sweeney covers, tries the other side. Huddy Can't keep it in. Knocked away by Neely. 1-0 Boston. Interception. Steal by Don Sweeney over the line. Drops it. And it's broken up by Tikkanen, who was intercepted. He breaks in. Tikkanen in alone. Checked on the play. Forced wide. The pass across is knocked wide, and the Bruins come back. Tikkanen had a marvelous chance. Neely in the center ice. Clears it in wide of Ranford. Back for it, Huddy. 1-0 the Bruins. 8:15 left in the first period. Lamb breaks with Tikkanen. Back for Lamb. Pass in front, blocked by Raymond Bourque. Bourque starts it back for the Bruins. Plenty of scoring chances for Boston. They lead it 1-0. Now Bourque waits for a line change. Gets it away to Bob Sweeney, who fell down. Puck knocked away, and Bourque gets it. Bourque, Johnston. This pass up, blocked, stolen by Boston. Bob Sweeney trying to cut in. He's tripped. With it, Johnston. The shot, blocked. And now a call by Van Hellemond about 10 seconds after the play happened. Bruins 1, Oilers nothing. Back in a moment.
There's Craig McTavish, the guilty party this time. Right there, John Carter between the legs to Carpenter. Now Carpenter goes upstairs. Ranford got a piece of it. Whether that went off the post or not, I don't know. Right here, Tikkanen coming across. Great defensive play. A little slash on the leg, got away with it. That goes up. Mo gets a glove on it, knocks that away. Bounces out of harm's way.
Well, Van Hellemond finally got around to calling McTavish for tripping Bob Sweeney. Sweeney was walking in.
All alone.
Puck cleared by the Oilers. Power play for Boston, their second of the game. The Edmonton Oilers have had one. 1:48 left on the power play. John Bice, the rookie, starting the game at center. Now it's Neely. He scored the goal. Neely over the line. Neely all the way across. And Janney has it. Janney picks the open man in the corner. Carpenter puts it in front, but nobody there but Oilers. And Messier clears it away. Curry and Lamb up front. Smith and Huddy on defense. And a big chance for Boston. Their first power play, they had two excellent chances. Neely is playing left wing, it would appear. He fires it in. Huddy trying to drive it out. Wesley able to keep it in to Janney. On the boards to Neely, fighting for it. Janney trying to get a handle to it. And Smith lost it. Carpenter looking for Janney, for Neely. Pops in front of the net and cleared away by Huddy. Bruins just couldn't get a handle to it. The shots are even, 9 apiece. But the Bruins, 9 more quality. Bice, good play to Janney over the line. Janney holding. They back off him. Gets it all the way across. Back for Bourque. Bourque feeding up now for Wesley. For Brickley, rather. Number 25 making his first appearance since mid-season. Bruins, Bice keeps it in. Bice to Janney. Can't set him up. Around the boards. Galley moving it in. Janney can't get it behind the net. And the Oilers have it with 20 seconds left. Tikkanen breaks it out. Tikkanen moving it to Curry. Back for Tikkanen. The shot missed the net. Good opportunity for Tikkanen. Short-handed bid there. And Lowe drops it over the Boston blue line. Mike Milbury using Brickley. Here's Boston back 3-on-2. Johnston goes for the shot. Deflected by Lowe into the stands. And a face-off call. Bruins 1, Oilers nothing. First period at Edmonton.
Here's Billy Ranford. Made some great saves already in this game. 9-9 in shots. Edmonton has had 3 or 4 good quality opportunities that his Moog has stoned them on thus far. The Bruins' chances, 3 or 4 of their better chances, really never got a shot on net. Foiled with a penalty or whatever. Bob Sweeney especially was in all along, as was Carpenter.
Bob Sweeney fights, gets the draw for Hoggard. The shot deflected wide. The rebound, Johnston. The save by Ranford, who sprawled at the corner. Hoggard trying to keep it in. Can't. Covered by Bob Sweeney, but now broken up. And over the line comes Simpson. Simpson's pass too hard for Anderson. Burridge trying to come out, and now Bob Sweeney does. Possible 3-on-2. Anderson lost his stick. Now it's off for Hoggard. They get mixed up on it. And the play is offside anyway at the Edmonton blue line. The Bruins in that last power play failed to get a shot. On their first one, they had 2 superb chances, one by Neely and one by Ray Bourque. So it stands 10 shots Boston and 9 for Edmonton with 5:14 left in the first period. Bice's goal equals the fastest goal from the start of a Stanley Cup final game, 10 seconds. And that was made by Glenn Anderson, Edmonton versus Boston, May 24th, 1988. The suspended game. Well, that doesn't count.
No.
Suspended game? Did
Suspended game. Well, they
must
keep all
have
the
kept
stats, yeah.
5:11 left in the first period. 1-0 Boston. Messier winding up. Bruins forecheck well. Break it up, keep it in. Burridge trying to move in the corner, gets it now to Johnston. A shot! Scores! Johnston from Burridge, and the Bruins lead 2-0. Marvelous forechecking by Burridge.
Great second effort by Randy Burridge. That play looked dead 4 times. The Oilers, I said, were standing a little flat, trying to move the puck without skating, and that is a very difficult thing to do. But it ends up poked in here by Bob Sweeney, beats Messier to the puck. Burridge controls it. Anderson overruns Burridge. He stays with it, gets it to Johnson, who just snaps a shot. Brantford blew that one. That'll rattle his confidence a little bit. That's the first one he's actually really blown. Greg Johnson, just a quick wrist shot, didn't wind up to unload it. Just get it on the net, see what happens.
Well, the other night, Greg Johnston, dressed in place of Lyndon Byers, saw plenty of action. So he's getting his skating legs. And tonight, John Bice dressed and scored 10 seconds into the game. Puck cleared out.
Sometimes a change is better than a rest.
4:40 left in the first period. 2-0 Boston. That is Greg Johnston from Bob Sweeney and Randy Burridge. Jelena clears it in. Back for it, Wesley. Wesley carefully out to Carpenter. To Christian. Christian breaking and stopped by the defense. Puck broken up at center ice and cleared in by Galley. Ray Bourque, Don Sweeney come out on defense. Carpenter out there. Now here's Jelena over the line, broken up by Bourque. The puck kept in by Graves. Graves into the corner. Now Bourque in. Jelena checking it. And it goes to Carter. Carter up the boards, but not out. Kept in. Now Carter breaks it up. Ooh, takes a wicked hit on the boards from Graves. Under 4 minutes left in the first period. 2-0 Boston. John Bice, Greg Johnston. Long shot on Mauve. Bourque trying a breakaway here. The pass to Janney is ruled offside. The goal coming at 15:04. Greg Johnston. First in the series overall, and Burridge and Sweeney assisting. Back to the studio, Gene Levanchi, a preview of our first intermission.
Okay, Fred, thank you very much. The rumor mill is always in high gear at the Stanley Cup Finals, and coming up between the first and second periods tonight, we'll address some of those rumors as we go inside the NHL with Kevin Dupont of the Boston Globe. And as always, John Pearson will join us with his expert analysis via the telestrator. It's all coming up in our first intermission. Right now, though, let's return to Edmonton for the remaining moments of tonight's first period.
Face-off coming up to the right of Andy Bogue with 3:48 left in the first period. Boston in front 2-0. For the Oilers, Curry is out there with Lamb at center and Tikkanen at the left wing side.
Greg Hoggett on the bench, playing very well.
No complaint about playing time by Greg Hogwood. He's had to sit out some series games in Stanley Cup play.
Worked hard in practice, got a spot back.
Christian, excellent face-off man, wins this for Bourque. Bourque to Don Sweeney in the center ice. Neely able to fire it in. Janney is on. And John Bice. Hard to figure what's my line here and what their position is.
Well, they got Bice.
Bice is at left wing now, the rookie. Rushing all the way is Curry. Checked by Bice. And Don Sweeney, and Bruins able to clear it out in a break here with Bice. And Neely said, you take it. And they got mixed up. At center ice, Janney trying to move. Check. Huddy gets it up for Tikkanen. Backhand pass to Mark Lamb. Lamb hit by Bourque. Into the corner goes Bice. Bice and Curry. Knocked around the corner, and Messier has it. Messier gives it for Curry. Curry near the net, wheeling away from Bice. Checked around behind the net. Checked by Bourque. Still holding it. Yari Curry, who had a terrific game number 2. Moe comes out, trying to kick it away. Here's Curry taking down a man. Bourque and Curry goes out. A terrible penalty by Curry.
Gary
He
Curry.
took Bork down. Bork was going to clear the puck.
A lot of frustration because Curry put about 4 moves on Bork. Bork stayed with him, ended up taking him high out by the blue line. And then Bork curled back to get the puck, and Gary Curry just didn't have any energy left, decided to haul him down.
And the face-off is called outside the Boston line. A power play for Boston, their third. Edmonton has had one.
Andy Van Hellemond, also there's been 2 or 3 other trips and hooks that he's let go in a boarding penalty. Edmonton playing a little cocky, not skating. Boston's just smothering them at this point.
Off, boys, come on.
Boston 11 shots, Edmonton 10. 2:43 left here in the period. The Bruins go in their third power play. Christian and McTavish. And Christian has a problem, but kicks it free to Wesley. Wesley is on with Hoggood. Hoggood's seen plenty of skating time at defense and forward. Defense tonight. Way to Christian. Christian looking for Brickley, gets it to Burridge. Burridge back for Wesley. Closes, shoots, save Ranford. Burridge has it. Wheeling, back now for Wesley at the line. Wesley holding, moves it in deep to Hoggood in front to Brickley, and a quick one-timer went wide. Andy Brickley back in action after missing half the season. Brickley started to move in, couldn't get it. And McTavish able to get it out to center ice and clear it over the Boston line. 1:15 left on the Boston power play. Andy Brickley has appeared in 2 power play chances for Boston. The puck is intercepted by Tikkanen, and Edmonton controls it again, and Smith clears it. Lamb in pursuit for Ray Bork. Bork takes the hit, moves it up to Carpenter. Carpenter with the trailer nearly likes to drive it in deep, looking for it. Janney around the boards. Now Carpenter gets it to Janney. Janney holding in for Carpenter near the net. Plays it behind the net for Bork, who closed way in. Bork back for Galley. A shot and a screen blocked wide by Ranford. Tikkanen trying to clear it. Checked by Neely and Bork. Over on the boards. It bounces for Lamb, can't clear it. Galley to Janney, covering at a point position. Janney is broken up by Lamb, though. And that's a rare occurrence, and Smith able to clear it. 15 seconds left on the power play. 55 seconds left first period. 2-0 Boston, and goals by Bice and Johnston. And people will be saying, who?
John Bice, excellent.
A long lead. Janney chasing it, but Lowe is able to clear it out. Power play is up. Not a good one. Messier gets it now. Over the line comes Curry. Curry loses in deep to Neely. Neely controlling with time 30 seconds left in the period. Neely gets away from Curry, gets it safely up to center ice, and Bob Sweeney rushes. Over the line, moving, trying to go in. Gets by Lowe, gets a shot, but it went well wide as he was checked by Lowe. Good straight ahead rush. A lead for McTavish now. McTavish over the line. Behind the back pass for Curry. Curry, a shot and a save by Moe. Another shot blocked. This one on Ruotsalainen, and that's it in the first period. Good stop there by Andy Moe. The shots, 13 Boston, 11 Edmonton. Score at the end of one period. Boston 2, Edmonton nothing. Now to Gene Levanchi for tonight's first intermission.
All right, Fred, thank you very much. In just a moment, we'll go inside the NHL with Kevin DuPont of the Boston Globe, and we'll hear the expert analysis from our own John Pearson. It's straight ahead as Boston Bruins Stanley Cup Hockey on TV 38 continues. After the first period of Game 3 in Edmonton, it's Boston 2, the Oilers nothing. Greg Johnson and John Bice, the goal scorers, 2 of the unlikeliest of lamplighters, but the Bruins do have the lead. Joining us now live from Edmonton is Kevin DuPont, Bruins beat writer for the Boston Globe. And Kevin, outside of the guys who scored the goals, pretty impressive first period up and down. Any surprises in that period for you, and what are your overall impressions?
Quite a few surprises, Gene. Obviously, the goal scorers first and foremost. But beyond that, I was very surprised by the Oilers' play in the neutral zone and behind their own blue line. And I know you and John can probably have a clinic back there with the telestrator after I'm done, but I thought for sure that the Oilers would really come bursting out of the neutral zone. That's their bread and butter, to break out fast and to come down in 2-on-1s and 3-on-1s. Instead, they seem lost with the more space. And then behind their own blue line, the first goal especially, Kevin Lowe coughs it up, turns into a goal. So all of a sudden, the Oilers are having some bad luck, and they also don't have that finishing touch that we saw them have in the Garden. They had a few good chances down the other end against Andy Moog, especially as Tikkanen shoots wide right. So a little switch, but again, Bruins playing a good game. They did that in the first 2 games. They just didn't have any breaks. The Oilers had all the breaks in those first 2 games.
John Bice starting at center on the Neely-Janney line instead of the injured Dave Poulin. Obviously, in the first period, the absence of Poulin didn't affect the team too much. Do you think that will come into play as the game progresses, though?
Well, I think it came into play even before the game started, because with the loss of Poulin, someone who's got a little bit of touch around the net, but a big character player. So what does Mike Milbury do? He makes some amendments with his lineup. He puts in Andy Brickley, hasn't played in 3 months. Smart, cagey player, Andy Brickley. And he puts in John Bice, a rookie with a little bit of speed. So he brings in those 2 players to try to make up the loss of one player. I like that move a lot. I would have been a little more encouraged, something if it had happened over the last few weeks. If Wes Walz were in the Boston lineup, maybe if Shane Stevens were in the Boston lineup, Wes Walz wouldn't have signed. You can bet if Wes Walz had signed that contract, he'd be playing here tonight. He'd have a chance to get his name on a Stanley Cup. It was a big mistake for Wes Walz not to sign.
Oh, good point, Kevin. Now, he's a leading goal scorer in playoff history. He's been doing a number on the Bruins in this series, but word is that Jari Kurri may not be an Oiler for much longer. What do you know about that?
Well, they have a pattern here of stars with the Oilers who all of a sudden don't want to play for Edmonton anymore. We saw it with Paul Coffey. We saw it with Andy Moog. If you remember, Andy went to the Olympic program for Canada, and then he didn't sign with Boston. He gets traded to Boston after that. I wouldn't be surprised if Kurri does leave at the end of the year. He's got his house up for sale. Glenn Sather's saying $1 million isn't in our budget, and that sounds to be what Curry's looking for.
Quickly, Kevin, is there $1 million in the budget in St. Louis for Brett Hull?
Oh, yeah, I think they're going to bring out the big bucks for Brett Hull. He deserves it. Anyone who gets 72 goals a year. I think what you'll see happen, he'll sign that contract very soon. He'll have incentives in there if he can get up to $1.2 million, maybe $1.3 million. That will be his base salary for the following year. Ray Bourque and Cam Neely may fall into that same pattern. They're both under contract. And there's no reason Boston management has to amend those contracts. But, boy, if you look back at their contracts at the end of the year, if someone like Brett Hull's got $1 million or $1.5 million, those contracts are all of a sudden antiquated. I don't see a real problem, but I do see Boston management moving to try to upgrade those contracts.
All right, Kevin, good stuff. Thank you very much for joining us.
All right, Gene, thanks a lot.
All right, Kevin DuPont of the Boston Globe, and we will talk with him again on Thursday. In a moment, John Pearson breaks down tonight's first period. That is next when Boston Bruins Stanley Cup Hockey on TV 38 continues. It's not a misprint. John Bice, Greg Johnson, the goal scorers. It's a 2-0 Boston Bruin lead after the first period in Game 3. Stay tuned. John Pearson's next. I want to make a quick correction. Earlier I said we talked to Kevin DuPont in Game 4 Thursday. Game 4 is, of course, Tuesday. Game 5, if necessary, would be Thursday. John Pearson with us. And, John, we did a report card in our pregame show tonight, and final grades haven't gone out because there'd be some changes on that report card for the Bruins based on that first period tonight.
Well, I would have to say, Gene, I'd like to rate them all A's. When you add the factors of what they were faced with at the start of this game and the way they played in that first period, that was as good a period as you'll see any team play at any time. There were a couple of things I really liked. Andy Moog seems to have good concentration and the ability to concentrate on the puck alone without worrying about everything else. And also, too, although it's hard to see on the small screen, it seemed to me that the speed of the Edmonton Oilers was being negated by the Bruins checking. They were staying close to the men because you didn't see the Oiler players moving into the openings a lot with that tremendous speed that we saw in Game 2. But one of the things you have to be very, very careful about with the Edmonton Oilers is going to happen right here. Now, this is a good play by Don Sweeney. He gets the puck across the blue line right here with the two forwards moving through. But what happens right here is Sweeney has the puck, and what does he do? He's turned in this direction by this guy right here who's a super checker in his own right, and you have to be very careful. As we roll this through, watch what Sweeney does with the puck. He drops it right there to Janney. Now that is a bad play, and the reason for that against the Edmonton Oilers, because of their extreme quickness and the way they can accelerate very quickly. You've got Bice moving in this direction, you've got the defenseman Sweeney coming here, and obviously behind the play you've got the Bruins starting to fill in these holes. And Janney tries to take the puck by this guy who's a good checker. And as we roll this through, watch what happens. Right there, Tikkanen steals it away from him. He breaks down right wing. Everybody's trapped. That is very dangerous when you fool with that puck on the Edmonton blue line. Should have just dumped it in and gone in after it. Now, all the thing we want to show was the breakdown in the Bruins in terms of Game 2. Watch what happens here as we watch right here, number 8, Cam Neely, as we roll this through now. This is tremendous checking in your own end. Now, I want to show you right here, look at this head. Now, what's he watching? He's looking for somebody out in front to pick up, and boy, is that good back checking. And as we roll this, watch what happens. The puck comes out in front. Neely makes a move for Muni. And now we look at the body position. He bodies him out of the play first and then goes for the puck. A lot of forwards don't do that. And when you get a big man to check, you want to get the body in a position where you can nudge him off of it. And that is a super play by, and we obviously had a lot of that in the first period for the Bruins, negating that tremendous speed. And here's the first goal of the game, and we show this because it was so important to get off on the right foot, and it happened moments after the opening face-off. This is the guy right here who was put into the hockey game, Weiss, a youngster. And one of the keys to this hockey game is to be able to slow down the Edmonton defense, get to them early so they can't get the puck up into their forwards who have that great speed. And we roll this through. Weiss doesn't check him, but he allows number 4 Lowe to cough the puck up to Neely. He moves in for a good backhand shot, kicked out by Ranford. Pouncing on the puck is Weiss, and it's in behind Ranford. 1-0 Bruins, and we're going to show you two things that will happen here. When the Edmonton Oilers defensemen get the puck, these forwards are moving in this direction with a great deal of acceleration. And if they lose the puck and you can do some forechecking, you can get some good scoring opportunities, and the Bruins have done in this first period. As we roll this, watch Neely. Now, one of the things we want to point out to you, I think, is a clink in the armor of Bill Ranford is his balance, his inability to get back to make the second stop. Now, we're going to show you right here in slow motion, this guy right here, he is not in good balanced position. He's starting to put the weight on this skate right here too early, because if he does, he blocks himself at this point, does not allow himself to swing over to pick up the rebound. And as we roll this slowly, you're going to watch, he's off balance right here. He cannot move for that shot. Now that is a play that the Bruins need to capitalize on if they can ever get some rebounds. And Gene, that's one of the reasons I think, and I give a lot of credit to the Edmonton defense in the first two games. They have shut down the rebound factor for the Boston Bruins, which has not allowed Ranford to be caught out of position a lot of the time, and I think that's the area where he is at his weakest.
We heard in the pregame show from Joe Britannia that would be important for Andy Moog to be tested early. In fact, he was, and now appears to be as sharp as he was in Game 1.
There's no question Matt Moog is back on track. Of course, Edmonton has so much great speed, but I would say Moog is the Moog of Game 1 and in the Montreal and Washington series.
All right, John. Thank you very much. We look forward to your comments in our second intermission. Right now, let's return to Edmonton for the opening face-off of the second period.
Thank you, Gene. Ready to go in period number 2 with both clubs out there at Edmonton, where the Bruins lead it 2-0. John Weiss, quite a story. We're looking at Andy Moog, who's quite a story, too.
Well, Weiss didn't, he played a couple of games in the Hartford series, and in the 7th game he got his first goal. And in Montreal he played 3, but didn't play much in the Montreal series, and then not at all in the Washington series. And I would say, you know, you got to take a look at inexperience and maybe don't want him to give the puck away. But John Weiss, certainly the heart and enthusiasm's there and the talent's there. And any response tonight, Milbury says, all right, I'm going with you. Now, show me something. First shift could add 2. And Greg Johnston, retired during the year. His problem over his career is a ton of talent, just inconsistent. Can't keep it going, and then back to the minors and a little frustration. And Greg certainly has speed and size. Great shot.
And Boston leads at 2-0, set to go now in period number 2. Simpson on the left, Messier at center, Anderson on the right. And for Boston, Mike Milbury starting, John Weiss, Craig Janney, and Cam Neely. Wesley gets the draw. He's on with Ray Bourque. Looking for Neely. Neely looking for Weiss. Weiss is hit by Muni off the puck. Breaking for it, though. Wesley trying to get it. Can't. Over the line, and a long lead pass for Messier. Messier tips it ahead. Stops. Falls down. Nobody near him. And Bourque quickly gets it out. Breaking now. Carpenter. Over the line. Weaving well. Shot. Right skate save. Ranford. He put that on the corner. In deep. Carpenter hit. Takes 2 Oilers down with him, though. And Simpson breaks it out. The clear in wide. Galley almost mixed up. Boston able to get it and move it out. Long shot here by Carpenter with a changeup. Carter going in, taken down on the play. Bob Sweeney out. Quick changes by Mike Milbury, and Klima starts it back. Checked. Broken up by Bob Sweeney, really, and Carter. Don Sweeney able to get it away to center ice, but can't connect with Christian. Back for it, Greg. Greg quickly up the boards. Bob Sweeney able to keep it in with Christian along the line. Don Sweeney shot, save Ranford as Don Sweeney put that on the net from 50 feet. McTavish coming back. Checked all the way by Peterson. And Hoggard clears it out. Galley, rather, clearing it out. It's knocked back in. Edmonton changing, so Peterson has time. And Lamb breaks him up, though. Now in the corner, he moves it up the boards. Not out. Kept in by Ruotsalina. Peterson again. With Curry on him. Gets it to Carter, and it's outside the line. Ruotsalina broken up by Carter. Carter clears it over the Edmonton line. 2 minutes played in the second period. 2-0 Boston. Galley winding up. Looking for Burridge. Doesn't work. Going to call icing as Smith is back. Bruins lead it 2-0 in the second period at Edmonton.
Well, there's a little picture of the different feeds coming in and out of this building. We are over here in left field, but different thoughts, different producers, directors, show you different things at different times. So you get a little confused on a replay from time to time. Bear with us.
Lamb getting ready for the faceoff. He has Tikkanen and Curry on the wings. The faceoff to the right of Andy Moog. Ray Bourque organizing things. He's on with Wesley. Prop is out there with Burridge and Carpenter. Batted around. Bourque gets it. Good win by Carpenter. To Burridge and quickly outside the line. Trying to break, and he's spilled by Curry. Tikkanen back to start it now. Ray Bourque checks the play at center ice. Prop to Burridge. Burridge broken up. Ruotsalina gets it over the line to Tikkanen. He's stopped immediately by Wesley. Loose puck picked up by Bourque. Can't set the play with John Bice, who just came on. And Ruotsalina. Soft pass over the line. Lamb broken up by Wesley. Wesley breaks with Burridge. Good chance here. Wesley going deep. Still holding. Puts it in front. Knocked away by Muni, who covered Burridge. John Bice moving in. Can't get it. Tikkanen now around the boards. Not out. Peterson just came on. Drives it back in deep. Prop behind the net. Trying to make the play around the boards. Right point kept in by Hoggard. Hoggard lane defense. This one deflects into the stands off Bice, and the faceoff is called outside the Edmonton line.
Well, there's a Tikkanen right there. Thorn on the Bruins side. As far as checking goes, his assignment's been Craig Janney. And all over him like a lawsuit.
But not tonight. He can't do it. Tonight they have to think about scoring, so he's playing left wing on a regular shift now with the Bruins taking the lead.
Well, what they've done is they've also had Janney over on left wing with Bice in the middle, and that confuses Tikkanen. That'll put Tikkanen on the wing and back to center, and they switching off when they're out there. Bice doesn't really care whether he's playing right wing or center or left wing with Janney. They can interchange. Defensively, they got to make sure their assignments in the end zone. One of them is going to have to cover their point man.
Here's a rarity. Anderson on the faceoff, not Messier. And Anderson wins it. He's a winger. He's on with Messier, though. In the center ice, it's knocked away. Janney is out there with Neely and Carpenter. 2-0 Boston. Janney for Carpenter. Has to wind up, though. Back over the line, trying to stick handle in, can't do it. It's cleared to the Boston zone, and Hoggard back for it. He's on defense with Alan Peterson. Hoggard quickly up the boards for Janney. Janney to Carpenter, breaks it out. Good chance here for Boston with Neely. Over the line, leaves it for Neely. Neely bearing in, fires, misses short side as he fell down. And away comes Messier. He's playing the wing. Broken up by Janney. Janney had that pass spotted all the way. The Bruins lead it 2-0. 16-14 left in the second period.
Right there.
And 13:39 left here in the second period. Still no shots on by Edmonton. Their scoring bid was blocked by Raymond Bourque. And the faceoff now to the right of Andy Moog after the icing by Bourque. Bourque had been out there for 2 shifts, maybe 3. Hard to keep track. You should just keep track of when Ray Bourque is not out there. That's how much he plays. 2-0 Boston, and goals in the first period by John Bice and Greg Johnston. Graves now has Jelena on the left and Murphy on the right. Graves and Murphy came over in that Carson deal from Detroit.
With Peter Klima.
Muni and Lowe. Bob Carpenter has done a fine job on faceoffs. Battles for this one and wins it for Galley. Galley quickly pressed by Jelena, though. Broken up. Now clears it up on the right. Neely trying to bang it out. Still having trouble. Finally does. Gets it away to Janney. Janney clears it off the boards. Not out. Or rather out. Murphy knocked it back in with Graves' help, but offside is Jelena. And the faceoff called outside the Boston blue line. 6 minutes and 40 seconds played here in the second period, and the Bruins have kept the Oilers at bay as Boston leads it 2-0. John Muckler-Stein. We look at Don Sweeney, Harvard University, and he has done a fine job for the Boston Bruins. A very mobile defenseman. Takes a beating sometimes from those big forwards, but he's elusive.
He does, but he's tough.
Janney. Neely breaks on the right. Coming up is Don Sweeney. Off for Don Sweeney. Can't get the shot away as he checked by Murphy. Battles, keeps it in. Put it in front of the net, though. And a good defensive play by Janney broke up the Oilers as they tried to come out. Around the boards, Lowe. Clearing it out on the left wing side. Graves moving it over the line. All the way in wide. Moog cleared it, but Graves gets it right in front for Murphy, right in front for Jelena. Backhander broken up by Neely as he skated in front. Neely a lead, going for it. Janney. It rolls all the way to Ranford, though. Cleared out into center ice. Graves now checked by Galley. Galley missed the check. Puck over the line. Galley checking Graves. Jelena able to keep it in. Jelena back for Huddy's shot. Save! Great stop there by Moog on a dangerous screen shot. The first by Edmonton with 12:20 left here in the second period. Fans yelling to crank it up on the attack for the Oilers. They get their first shot of the period. Anderson a clear out. It's broken up. Huddy starts it again with Gregg. Broken up inside the line by Bob Sweeney. Aggressive forechecking by Johnston and Burridge. The long clear out now to Messier. Simpson loses over the line. Bruins get control. Wesley trying to get away from Simpson. And on a delay, it is called offside. 11:49 left here in period number 2. Boston Bruins are offering limited playoff edition Ray Bourque, Cam Neely, and Andy Moog t-shirts and sweatshirts. 100% cotton t-shirts cost $14.95. Heavyweight sweatshirts are $24. Order now by calling 1-800-344-PLAY. All orders will be shipped within 72 hours. Face-off outside the Boston line. 2-0 the Bruins. John Bice, the rookie, who has not been out there much in this second period, Derek. Maybe Milbury thinking defense and inexperience.
No, he's out there now. He's had a couple of shifts. What he's done is you get lost in the number shuffle. You've got to body up. Milbury's changing his lines around pretty good, trying to shake any consistency of the checking pattern of Edmonton.
Anderson rolls it in. Moog covers up. And takes a little hit in there by Simpson.
Well,
Simpson at left wing, Anderson at right wing, and Messier at center. And Mike Milbury putting Christian out for the faceoff now, replacing Bice.
John Bice, faceoff. What you worried about? You want his enthusiasm, his speed, and his talent. Dave Christian just for the draw.
Gregg and Huddy at the points. Christian on the draw. Against Messier to Anderson, and he misfired right in front. Puck in his skates. Prop clears it out. Carter drives it in the Edmonton zone. In the center ice, Bice missed it, and it's Messier coming over the line. Messier stopping, firing across. Right in goes Huddy. A shot blocked. Blocked by Moog. Wide. Great play by Moog. What a threat they had there. And Prop trying to come out now. Big chance for Boston. In the center ice, Ray Bourque. Bourque fires it in the Edmonton zone. And that one almost paid off on an Edmonton score. Bruins get it in front. Prop leaving it for a quick, hard shot that went wide. Set up Boston's Don Sweeney keeps it in. Battling for it. A drop pass goes to center ice. John Carter had a scoring bid. And shot it wide on a setup from Brian Prop. 2-0 Boston. Anderson into center ice. Coming on Peterson. Lets it go. Andy Moog. Fine stop. Low and hard on that drive. A scorcher. Messier in deep. Checked on the play. And Carpenter tried to move it out. Can't. It's kept fed in. A tip shot by Messier from Tikkanen. And a save by Ranford. Bruins lead it 2-0. Second period at the Northlands Coliseum.
There's Mark Messier. Great speed, tremendous pair of legs on him. Bobby Carpenter's pretty well had him toned down tonight. But at this point, Carpenter had gone left. Wesley pumping back, hanging on, waiting, just going to key on Messier, but no one picks up the late man in the slot. That man belongs to John Carter in that circumstance. With the defenseman back, Weiss takes his man out. Nice find there by Messier through traffic to find Anderson with a pass.
Lamb and Carpenter, and Lamb wins it. Below, shot missed. Long rebound, kept in by Muni. Broken up by Peterson. Peterson, center ice, sends Janney away. Janney over the line with Carpenter. Neely following in for Carpenter, and it's off his skate and wide as he cut right in front. And that almost paid off. And away comes Tikkanen. He's left wing on this line. A four-man rush. Gets it away on the left side now. Over the line comes Lamb, and it's shot here, missed by Lowe. Bruins break it out again. Janney coming. Janney to Neely, may break in. Neely gets it off, but a return shot and a save. Weiss set up Neely. And a big second guess there. You say Weiss should have fired. And a collision back at center ice.
Craig Janney sacrificed the body. He knew he was going to be hit. Got his man in with him. Lamb goes wide, dumps it in the slot. Now you missed the net. Andy Moog had the right leg there, screened by Tikkanen. When it comes out around, there's Janney, gets popped at center ice. Now Neely's going in with Weiss. Neely gives it to John, but it's on his backhand. He gives it back to Neely. Ranford just happened to spot it in time. Weiss was the one that had the net. Just couldn't get a handle to it, so he opted to make a very heady play. Slid it back to Neely.
John Weiss, the rookie out of the University of Wisconsin, helped the Badgers win the NCAA title this year. It was signed April 6th by the Bruins. The draw for Boston. Bourque wheeling, weaving, drills it, save, rebound, save on Christian, who tried to jam home the rebound. Some big saves by Ranford now. Bruins up to 20 shots on net. Center ice, McTavish, check, gets it again, checked all the way. Diligent work by Burridge. Burridge took a stick in the face. Play continues. McTavish gets it over the line. His shot high over the net. Rebound.
High stick.
High stick called against the Bruins at a face-off in the Boston zone. Bruins lead it 2-0 second period at Edmonton.
That man right there, Bill Ranford, he doesn't see this. Here's the shot. Bounces. He looked around him. Dave Christian happened to hit the rebound into his right foot. Ranford, very fortunate on that one.
9:15 left in the second period. Carpenter wins the draw again for Galley. Carpenter and Christian have done a superb job on faceoffs. Wesley trying to move, has trouble. Now gets it to Galley in the center ice. Block. Chopped by Murphy. Galley battling for it. Heavy hitting on the boards. Prop trying to get it. Can't do it. And Jelena weaves it over the line in deep. Going behind the net. Wheels back in front. Still going with it. Now leaves it for Gregg. Gregg shot very wide. Long rebound. Carter trying to chop it out. Can't. Bruins hemmed in. Galley pinched on the boards. Fought for. Graves. Murphy. Blocked. And the Bruins, Carter, finally able to clear it. Gregg. Long pass by everybody. Moog handles it. Might have been icing. But the Bruins clear it right out. And it bounces all the way down near Ranford. Ranford almost had it stolen by Janney, but gets it up. Now Janney checks Jelena. Jelena moves it away and will clear it over the line. That was Muni. But Hoggood with it. Bruins break it out. Stopped by Anderson. Anderson now to Messier. Offside. Simpson
Offside.
yelling at Van Hellemond.
No, well, Simpson hit Hoggood. A good solid check after Gregg threw the play up the middle. And then Hoggood kind of retaliated a little bit and knocked him down. And then he held on to him, wouldn't let him come out. So Messier with a full head of steam. He says, well, I'm not going to let you back outside over the blue line. At best, this play is going to be offside. They wanted an interference call. Heads up play by Hoggood.
Boston had 3 power plays in the first period. Edmonton 1, and that's the way it stands. There have been no penalties in the second period. The total shots are 20 Boston, 14 for the Oilers. The Oilers with 3 shots in this period. The Bruins with 7.
There's Simpson and Hoggood.
The draw to Ray Bourque. Bruins winning those faceoffs. Wesley able to clear it out. Boston trying to establish the forechecking. But Anderson at center ice. The clear in. He is knocked down by Burridge. The fans wanted a call. Wesley trying to clear it out. Stopped. Anderson with it. Puts it in front. Off the stick of Moog. Oh, a wicked hit on Moog in tight. And that looks like Muni, the defenseman who had moved in there. He gets knocked down on the play. And maybe a penalty on Boston is the, well, let's see what the call is.
Well, the play was...
Messier is protesting to Van Hellemond, so it could be a penalty on Edmonton for taking down Moog. Bruins lead it 2-0. Back in a moment. And the penalty is on Craig Simpson as a wild jam in front of the Boston net. Simpson out for interference.
Well, we're going to get to see exactly what Van Hellemond sees there as Bourque plays with Simpson. Now he's upset. He's frustrated. So he's looking to be chippy. There's the punch on Wesley. There's the punch back. That could have been 2 men for roughing. There's the run into Moog high stick. Wow, he could have called it any one of a series of penalties. Ah, well.
For Boston, it will be their 4th power play. Their first in the second period. 7:32 left in the second period. Boston leading 2-0. The rookie John Bice scored 10 seconds into the game, assisted by Cam Neely, a rebound of a Neely shot. Greg Johnston assisted by Randy Burridge and Bob Sweeney. That's been the scoring. McTavish and Messier out as penalty killers. Gregg and Smith. Messier, a shot wide. Ray Bourque checked deeply. Hoggood winding up. Greg Hoggood. Pass across for Bourque. Bourque's pass to Janney, to Neely. Neely trying to move on Smith. Gets it over the line. His shot went well wide. And Messier able to clear it out. McTavish trying to move. Stopped. Janney. Now across for Neely. Back. Bruins Janney with it. Now to Ray Bourque. Last 2 power plays for Boston have not been effective. The first one a good one. Janney checking the play. Knocked down. Back up. Messier trying to get it. Hoggood is closed. Pokes it near Ranford. Ranford trying to clear it. Does. Off the boards. And Bourque has to start again. Bourque for Janney. Janney over the line for Neely. Broken up by Curry. And offside, and a very tentative power play for Boston, and each of the last 3 have been in that manner.
Well, give Edmonton a little credit. They're skating pretty well. McTavish especially working very hard. Him and Messier doing a fine job of picking up the loose man in the intended play. Great anticipation. Bruins, especially Craig Janney, has been forced to stick handle in the phone booth. And at that time right there, all he had in the whole building was the play was to Neely. You try to handle it, make a cute little play. All it takes a little poke check, and that's exactly what happened.
And of course, when you have penalty killers named Messier and Curry, They are threats. Short-handed, and that would make you more conservative. 54 seconds left on the Boston power play. Propp keeps it in. Around the boards for Brickley, who's only played on the power plays, returning after missing half the season. Bice in deep. Now Propp around the boards for Brickley. Brickley leaves it for Galley. Galley pokes it up in the corner for Bice. Bice trying to come off the corner. Can't do it. Jammed up, and Edmonton, Huddy gets a whistle.
Nice play there by Huddy. Bice had a play in front of the net to Propp.
And Boston without a shot on in this power play. With 6:04 left in the second period, Boston leading 2-0 on first period goals by John Bice and Greg Johnston. Mike Milbury sending Janney out now. Carpenter and Neely. Wesley and Bourque. 32 seconds left on the power play. McTavish will draw with Bob Carpenter. Tikkanen is penalty killer now. And it's back for Bourque. Holding in for Janney. Neely knocked down, back up, quick shot blocked by Tikkanen. Got right on him. Carpenter in deep, knocks down Lowe, trying to get possession, and Lowe being knocked down, falls on the puck and gets the face-off.
Bobby Carpenter with a little pirouette move there, trying to shake that check so he could make a nice solid play with it. Puck just didn't bounce to his left enough.
And the face-off now as we look at Glenn Sather, the general manager of the Edmonton Oilers. Knocked out of the playoffs last year without Gretzky. Back in the finals, leading 2-0. Trailing in this game 2-0. And he must have gotten that cigar from Nate Greenberg. Neely tips it back for Bourque. Bourque for Janney. Off the boards for Carpenter. All the way across for Wesley. Wesley in front. Neely couldn't get it. He was alone for a brief second or two. Back to Bourque. Penalty almost up. 4 seconds. 3. Janney into Carpenter. Carpenter looking for Neely. Couldn't get it. Wesley keeps it in. Full strength, the Oilers. Round it goes to Carpenter. Carpenter and Janney holding in. Back for Bourque. Bourque reaches. Just able to keep it in. The Bruins regrouping now. And the Oilers back at full strength. Bob Sweeney coming out. Checked by Messier. Puck goes to Neely. Neely can't set it up. It is Simpson winding up. Simpson checked by Bob Sweeney. Messier gets it over the line. Wesley breaks it up. Bourque out to Burridge. Burridge trying to break on Smith. Belted on the boards by Steve Smith. 4:50 left here. Second period. 2-0 Boston. McTavish can't clear it over the line. Bruins get control. Bob Sweeney flips it in. Deep forechecking now by Johnston and Burridge. Back for it, Messier. Ruud-Salena. Smith. 3-on-2 with McTavish. Smith, the defenseman, moving for a shot. Save the rebound. Jammed into Moog. Moog and the net pushed back. And a face-off call. And Van Hellemond may be calling this outside the line. It is 2-0 the Bruins in the second period
I think it's a
at
penalty.
the Northlands Coliseum. It is Peterson for holding.
Alan Peterson right here. Nice little inside move. There's McTavish picking up Peterson. Now he's got McTavish to the side. McTavish he falls down. Peterson's going to get the holding penalty.
Coming at 15:37, it is Edmonton's second power play of the night. The Bruins have had 4. Boston leads at 2-0, and neither team has scored on a power play.
McTavish there, Fred, trying to set a pick. He interfered with Peterson. Now hauls him down.
That was a 3-on-2 for Edmonton, the first we have seen for them tonight. It was led by a defenseman, Smith. The draw to Ruud-Salena. Over to Smith. Ruud-Salena. Tikkanen. Ruud-Salena in the shot. Wide. Fought for near the net. Moog has lost his stick, trying to regain it. And Edmonton trying to knock it free away from him. Tikkanen holding now. All the way across for Smith. Has to chase it off the boards. Fire it in deep. Lamb broken up. Wesley up the boards. Not out. Kept in by Ruotsalainen. Back for it. Ray Bourque can't get it. Check. Now Tikkanen moving behind the net. Off in the corner. Tikkanen. Checked. Wesley knocked down. Wesley goes into the corner. Ties it up. Does he? No, they pry it loose. And back to Smith with Wesley down. And the Ruotsalainen, the shot. Wide, and the long rebound all the way to the Edmonton zone.
Andy Van Hellemond giving Edmonton a break there.
Right back. It is Smith, the big defenseman, cranking it up offensively. Checked by Bourque. It goes behind the net. Into the corner to Messier. Power play Edmonton. Trying to set it up with Anderson. Anderson fires it around the boards. And on the boards, Prop able to clear it out. 40 seconds left on the Edmonton power play. 3 minutes left in the second period. Neely chops it away at center ice. Down to the Edmonton zone. Cam Neely on. He helped set up the first goal. Carter is the other penalty killer. Carter broke it up. Bounces away to Neely. Neely clears it.
Great hustle by Carter there to stay with his man. Got the puck deflected over to Neely.
18 seconds on the power play. Lead over the line for Anderson. Messier. Shot. Blocked. Carter gets it. Drives it around the boards and out by Huddy. And that'll do it on the power play. Excellent penalty killing. One shot by the Oilers. 2:20 left. Oilers coming back. Over the line, a touch pass broken up by Bob Sweeney, and he fails to clear it. And the puck kept in. Centered. Knocked away by Don Sweeney. Fought for in the corner. Craig Simpson with it. Behind the net. Messier centers it. Right back, left point. Huddy, shot, wide. And the long rebound, Peterson gets it to center ice. Spilled on the play. And back comes Edmonton again. Bruins trying to regroup after killing off the penalty. In deep, Simpson going for it. Don Sweeney up the boards. Johnston fell down. And Edmonton able to keep it in. 1:40 left. Don Sweeney takes a wicked hit from Murphy, but gets the puck to Prop, to Johnston. He breaks. Fires one high and wide over the head of Ranford. 1:27 left in the period. 2-0 Boston. Second period. Oilers break it out with the speed. Tikkanen going hard. Checked in the play by Bourque and taken down. Burridge in the corner. Graves battling for it. It goes behind the net. Graves trying to center it. Burridge whips it around. Johnston trying to move it out. Muni presses in the corner. A battle for it to the left of Mauve. Loose. Burridge trying to clear it out. Can't. Johnston does. 1 minute left in the period. The Oilers with 4 shots in this period. Boston leading 2-0. They scored both goals in the first period. Carpenter checking the play, but back comes Jelena over the line, losing to Bourque. Bourque trying to clear it out. It is blocked. Kept in by Graves. Batted in the corner. And the Bruins come out with it. Cam Neely with Burridge. Drops it for Burridge. Burridge a shot deflected wide of Ranford. He grabs it off the backboards and hangs on. Aggressive forechecking by Burridge throughout this game. He is moving, and he helped set up the Johnston goal back in that first period. We look at
have the winning sticker.
Gord Clark and Mike Milbury.
Bobby Sweeney going over the boards there. What we had is excellent hustle by Cam Neely. When he went out there, he calmed everything down. So strong. It's near the puck. It's his. As a rule, John Muckler had to feel pretty comfortable. They've really limited Neely's scoring. But really, his chances have come quite often. But Bill Ranford has been hot against him. Neely starts to break out. He better be concerned.
Boston 7 shots, Edmonton 4 in this second period. 29 seconds left. Face off now to the right of Ranford. Neely out there with Bob Sweeney and Prop. It's to Steve Smith. He's shown he can create an attack. And Huddy in the center ice to Lamb. Lamb for Curry. Curry able to hold it, weave it, get it to Huddy. Huddy can't get the shot away, but keeps it in. Now it bounces back for Smith. Smith a shot blocked by Neely. Almost walked away with it in the center ice alone. But Smith broke him up. And it's fought for now, and the period ends with a jam, and down goes Tikkanen. And the score, they're separated quickly. The score at the end of 2 periods of play, Bruins 2, Oilers nothing. Now to Gene Levanchi for tonight's second intermission.
Okay, Fred, coming up in a moment, a special presentation from Bruin Hall of Famer Bobby Orr. John Pearson will share some points of interest from the second period, plus Fred and Derek will offer their thoughts on what we've seen so far tonight. It's all ahead as Boston Bruins Stanley Cup hockey continues on TV 38. First period goals by John Bice and Greg Johnson holding up. It's still a 2-0 Boston Bruins lead after 2 periods from the Northlands Coliseum. It has been an outstanding season for the Boston Bruins, and during the course of the regular season, Baybanks honored one Bruin every game for his outstanding contribution by donating $100 to the United Way in the name of that player. Tonight, former Bruin great and Baybanks spokesman Bobby Orr, along with Baybanks Community Affairs Director Tom Kennedy, present a check of $4,000 to the president of the United Way of Massachusetts Bay, Robert Chandler.
First to the staff and the many volunteers of the United Way, congratulations on the great work you do. To the Boston Bruins players, management and coaching staff, thank you so much for giving us a marvelous year. I'm honored to be here today to present this check to Bob Chandler from the United Way on behalf of Baybanks. Bob, keep up the good work.
Thank you very much, Bobby, and thank you, Boston Bruins, for a great year. You've made this a happy community with your season. Tom, thanks to Baybanks for the always great support you've given to the United Way, and we can certainly use this extra special contribution because these are difficult times in the Commonwealth and people are hurting. This will help us to do some real good. Thank you very much, both of you.
And congratulations to all the Bruins honored by Baybanks this season. We've got to take a break. When we return, Fred and Derek will offer their thoughts on tonight's Game 3. So stay with us as Bruins Stanley Cup hockey continues. Boston Bruins 1 period away from getting back into this series. They still lead 2-0 after 2 periods of play. For more on tonight's Game 3, let's return you to the Northlands Coliseum in Edmonton, where Fred and Derek are standing by.
Thank you, Gene. And the Bruins lead it 2-0. And we talked about Mike Milbury at the start and his moves, and what a move that was. Starting Bice, and the rookie pays off with a quick goal 10 seconds in. The assistants, Gordy Clark and Ted Sater, have been instrumental in the success of the Bruins.
No doubt about it. An intricate part of this hockey club. They have a lot of experience with Ted Sater. 3 years Gordy Clark has been with Mike Milbury. Knows his moods, I would imagine. What they've done, I think, they bring a very positive attitude to the dressing room, especially Sater, and Gordy Clark works extremely well with the defensemen. We're seeing a result of that tonight. They're playing a very sound defensive hockey game. The forwards are coming back deeper. They understand the game very well. They documented it on the flight out here, 6 hours. You think you could relax a little bit. No, they were all nose to the grindstone, at the tapes, figuring things out, trying to get positional play and a little more consistency out of the team. And what they have is a combination that really is very unique. The three of them get along very well, and they bring that into the dressing room. And some players can turn to any one of the three and then feel very good about the result of the conversation.
Well, you talked about defense. That's the key to this game right now. And Edmonton able to muster just 4 shots with 1 power play in that second period. 4 shots for the 20 minutes, and that is superb defense when you figure they're at home and they have players like Curry and Tikkanen and Messier out there.
Well, they designed the club and really to play very well on the road. Now, the Bruins not only surprised a lot of people being first place overall, but they also surprised a lot of people having the best road record. Now, when the Bruins came in here, they've been very comfortable with road games all year long. So the building here doesn't really, they don't pay any attention to it. They have the outside speed, designed by this coaching staff to handle the situation. As long as the Bruins forwards are coming back, defense can stand up, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Well, John Pearson, Gene Levanchi will be back in just a moment.
John Pearson back with us once again. And John, when we used to play street hockey as kids, we'd play for hours and hours and hours, and then we would say, next goal wins. That looks like it might apply to this game, and see what happens in the third period. Next goal could very much, well, definitely an important goal. But
there's a thought in my mind, Gene, that what you said is very accurate, because 3-0 would be, I hope, lights out for the Edmonton Oilers. At 2-1, might wake them up a little bit. They have not been the same kind of team that we saw in the second and third period at the Boston Garden in Game 2, especially with the goal-scoring aspect, but only 4 shots on goal. That's not good for them in their own rink especially, but no goals were scored, and that's fine for the Boston Bruins, and if they could do the same in the third period, that would be very nice, and that would put them back in this series in a very big way. But we've got 4 things we want to show you here in terms of the little things about this great game of hockey, which to me is one of the greatest played. But right here, you're going to see one of the reasons the Bruins have done very well so far in this hockey game. You'll see the checking over here, and the Edmonton Oilers are slowed down coming out of their own end, and who picks up the puck but Randy Burridge. And as we roll this through, you're going to see Don Sweeney get a nice little soft pass. He's going to pull the trigger, and we want to show you a nice right skate save. This guy has good balance in certain instances, and we're talking about Ranford, who's been a tremendous surprise. He was a question mark at the start of this series as to just whether he could stand up under the pressure. But he has done a magnificent job, and he got a beautiful right pad save with good balance, and he kicked that one aside as we roll this through. That was a nice save by Ranford, and back up on his feet to look for something else. But one of the things we talk about is the Edmonton Oilers' speed, and the Bruins have done an excellent job of containing that, and you're going to see evidence right here of what we're talking about. This is how they normally get organized, but it includes good, solid passing. And right here, you're going to see the puck in the center of this guy's feet, and he's not able to pick it up. As we roll this through center ice, this is where they're most dangerous, but you're going to see their speed break down. Anderson is going in a little late here. This guy doesn't know what to do with the puck. Muni right here with a shot on goal, but what we want you to watch is the good balance of this guy and the concentration on the puck right here. He's really got it tonight, and he's made some good stops. Roll this through. Muni gets a sort of a chip shot in on goal, but watch this right here. Here's Messier, who's having a tough time getting organized. He's going to tip this puck into what appears to be a little opening right there. They scored a couple of goals against Moog and Lumlin in Game 2 on this very same play. Actually, Curry got the second goal. We roll this through, but watch the nice little agile move off that right pad skate of Andy Moog, and he grabbed it with his glove and held on. Beautiful stop. Now, here's another good save by Andy Moog, but what we want to point out here, when you let the Edmonton Oilers, Tinkinen, McTavish, and Smith, when you let them 3 in a row here, the defense has to back in, and that's real problems when you're talking the speed of the Edmonton Oilers. But they didn't get out of this what they should have. But Smith takes it in, drops it back, and watch Andy Moog make a very good stop here, right there. And now he starts to come back up, and that's one of the things you watch for Andy Moog. He makes the initial stop. He's starting to come back up in this direction, getting set for whatever will happen. And as we roll this, watch your eye on Andy Moog now coming up. Look at that balance right there. Boy, that is magnificent. He goes down again to try to block the little squirting puck as he starts to come through in this direction. But he's got it tonight. He's got concentration and good balance. And boy, you can't ask for anything better than that as we let this roll through. Andy Moog is a key to this whole hockey game and his hockey team, Gene. And he's, at least for 2 periods, boy, he's right on track.
What is the key now for Boston in this third period? To keep Edmonton off the board early. Boston got things going their way by scoring in the first 10 seconds of the first period. The key, one would think, then, would to keep Edmonton off the board, especially in the early going of the third period.
Well, Gene, there's 2 things they need to really do, in my estimation, and one sort of counterreacts the other. They don't want to become too defensive because that will allow them to back in and allow Edmonton to get the puck in their own end, but the forwards have got to come back. They've got to continue the checking that they've shown so far in this hockey game, which has had an obvious effect on the Edmonton forwards. We have not seen, if you watch this game, any of these fleet skaters skating through the picture, looking for those good passing. They've slowed that down. The passing for Edmonton is very poor. The defense are not able to move it up, and the forwards need to do just what they've been doing. Go in and forecheck, do it intelligently, don't get 3 men caught, have 1 man coming back. And with good goaltending from Andy Moog, that may be the formula for success here tonight.
And the bigger ice surface, which everybody talked about coming into this particular series, has really been a non-factor.
Well, a couple of things in this game, Gene. Ice surface is talked a lot about. I think that it really doesn't make any difference when you put your mind to it. Shots on goals, another thing. We've discussed that. You've got to go out there and work hard, and the Bruins have done a fantastic job so far in this hockey game.
Well, if they can do it for 20 more minutes, they're back in this thing. John Pearson, thank you very much. Right now, for the call of tonight's third period, we rejoin Fred Cusick and Derek Sanderson at Northlands Coliseum in Edmonton.
Thank you, Gene. It is 2-0 the Bruins over the Oilers.
Well, I'll tell you, great point by John Pearson. You don't want to give up that blue line. You got the Bruins got to continue to check, eliminate the 3-on-2s. The keys to this game were to crash the goal. John Bice did that early. Nullify Edmonton's outside speed. That is going to be a lot of times with the checker coming back and someone standing up wide. And be patient, and thus far the Bruins have been patient. They got to continue to do so for the next 20 minutes of hockey. Work hard.
I go back to one play late in that period. Steve Smith at the left point. And Neely almost broke him up. He would have walked away, walked right in from the Boston blue line. And, of course, as we look at Bill Ranford in the nets for Edmonton, and the Bruins might get those chances again. Edmonton has to gamble, and they'll gamble mightily here.
Well, Edmonton pretty strong in the second period. The Bruins come out and nullified their offense pretty well. With some help from Andy Moog once again, back in the groove.
Bob Gould is dressed but hasn't played in the game, but we expect to see him in this third period.
And that's where he gets used an awful lot. Tight situations, third period. Does not rattle easy.
Janney is on with Neely and with Bice. Now Carpenter replaces Bice. This will be icing against Boston. Back for it, Huddy, the clear by Wesley, and the face-off in the Boston zone.
Bob Carpenter skating real well there. Bobby Carpenter in the last game, 7-8 minutes left in it, he took a wicked slap shot by Jim Weaver in the back of the heel. On the plane out here for the 5-hour plus flight, he had ice on it all the way. Stuck up on the seat in front of him, bandaged. Gonna have some difficulty getting his foot in the boot of the skate in the heel area. Awful snug. They're very tight fitting in the heel. But he's skating very well. All he has to do is tolerate the pain.
Bob Carpenter and Dave Christian have done an excellent job on faceoffs, and Anderson's going to take it again. We have not seen him do it, but he did it before in this game. Carpenter and Anderson now. Greg and Huddy at the points.
Anderson wants to play Carpenter's stick.
Bruins get it to the corner and behind the net, but there is Simpson trying to center it. Carpenter really won that, and the puck is kicked out by Janney. Fed right back in. Wesley winding up. The checkers around him. Around the boards, kept in by Huddy. Fed around the corner. Anderson able to get it. Anderson behind the net to Simpson. Near the net. No, still behind the net. Now to Messier. Messier puts it in front for a shot over the net by Gregg.
Andy Moog got a glove on it, I think.
High shot by Gregg, and a dangerous situation there as the Bruins have been hemmed in now right at the start as we look at Andy Moog here in the third period.
Weren't hemmed in. Bruins skating well right here. Carpenter's tied up. Messier's behind the net. Gets it out front, goes off the stick. Everyone covered.
Randy Gregg, the doctor, loves hockey. Played for the Canadian Olympic team. Took a year off to do that. And is a full-fledged MD. He is at the right point. Huddy at the left.
Let's say hello to Tricia and everyone watching at Matt Garrett's restaurant in Sudbury. Thanks a lot. And the O'Shea clan in Worcester from Chris. They're here.
Curry is out there now with Messier and Tikkanen. Gregg moves up. Very close. He's right at the edge of the circle. They have 4 players close. Now Curry moves back. Gregg moves up at right wing. Bruins win it. Carpenter. Wesley around the boards. Christian checked by Huddy. Bork able to clear it out. Picked up by Curry. Excellent work by Bob Carpenter on the faceoff. Oilers started again now. They'll be going all out. Up to Tikkanen, and he's a mile offside on that long flip from the Edmonton zone.
That seems to be a pretty established play. The Edmonton Oilers did that an awful lot in Boston Garden to alleviate the pressure forechecking, dumping it out high. Tikkanen curled at the center ice red line. I thought he was onside myself.
Esa Tikkanen, 11 goals. John Muckler behind the Edmonton bench as the Bruins lead it 2-0 and 1 minute played. And during to that stretch, a lot of whistles and delays. And with the Bruins in the lead, they will take it to destroy any kind of tempo that might be established. Chris Lamb, signed as a free agent, has played a lot of hockey for Edmonton. He's out there against Bob Sweeney. They battle for it. Bob Sweeney has it. Now can't get it, and the Oilers break. Over the line, Curry checked on the play, into the corner. Bruins able to wheel it back out. Here's Tikkanen holding down a man at center ice. And the Oilers keep the play going to Lamb. Lamb trying to cut in front of the net. Checked on the play. That was Johnston, held down by Tikkanen for about 5 minutes. And the score, Bruins 2, Oilers nothing, back in a moment. Don Sweeney for holding. The Bruins are short-handed. It will be the third power play for Edmonton on the faceoff to the left of Andy Moe. And Messier out there.
Andy Van Hellemond certainly frustrating at this point. Bruins all over. There's a little twirl by Sweeney in front of the net. Curled his man down to get him out of Moog's way. But before that happened, while that was going on, Tikkanen held Johnson down at center ice. Van Hellemond watched it and let the play go on.
Carpenter against Messier. Minute and a half played here in the third period. Carpenter wins it. Wesley's clear, goes into the stands, and not a good play by Glenn Wesley after Bob Carpenter.
Nice draw by Carpenter.
Clean face-off.
But when he gets it clean like that, what Wesley tried to do is pick the spot high off the glass. Doesn't want it to end up the Ruotsalainen get a hold of it. The Ruotsalainen's not that tall. Shortest of all the Oilers. Put short of a parking meter, and he just got it too high.
Carpenter and Messier, and this one for Ruotsalainen. Over to Smith. Unloads. Blocked wide by Andy Moe. And the puck back at the point, kept in by Smith. Wesley can't get it. Messier holding. Ruotsalainen in for Messier. Out for Smith again. Unloads. Tipped wide by Ray Bourque. Kept in again by Messier. Simpson sets up in front. Now Smith closes, holds, blocked by Raymond Bourque, and cleared. A big block there on the pass by Smith.
He had been whistled dead. Andy Van Hellemond lost sight of the puck.
The Bruins had cleared it, but he had blown the whistle and the face-off called. 1:26 left on the Edmonton power play. This is their third. We are in the third period, and the Bruins have goals by John Bice and Greg Johnston in the first period. The rookie John Bice scoring 10 seconds into the game, a rebound of a Neely shot. Johnston from Burridge and Sweeney. Messier stays out there. He stays. They change the wings. Messier at center. Curry.
Well,
they need a player. Hey, Edmonton, you're on a power play. And here comes Tikkanen. The fans could see that. And we have a wave at the Coliseum. Carpenter and Messier again. Banged around. Bruins able to clear it. John Carter. Carpenter, what a job he has done on faceoffs. 1:15 left on the power play. Bourque is out there. Peterson. Smith clears in. Moe got way out of the net, trying to clear it. Gets it around the boards, but Ruotsalainen keeps it in to Messier. In the corner to Curry. Messier. Check. Peterson. And Carpenter able to clear it. Peterson went for it and it rolled all the way to Carpenter, and he cleared it out. 50 seconds left. Mike Milbury makes a change. Bourque and Wesley stay out there. They're trying to take Tikkanen offside. Can't do it. Curry able to keep it in. In deep to Messier. Back for Curry on the boards. Right point, Ruotsalainen. Now all the way to Smith. Back for Ruotsalainen. Touch pass up to Curry.
Randy Burridge has had to give his stick to Ray Bourque.
Bruins break it up. And Bob Sweeney clears it out. Big play there. 20 seconds on the Edmonton power play. Messier trying to go. Checked by Carpenter. Slowed down. Forced to pass it off. Jelena looked offside. There's no call. Huddy able to keep it in. Rolls in the corner. Rolls to Ruotsalainen. Great stop. Rebound. Blocked in front. Bounces wide. Curry with it. Bruins get the man back, but Curry keeps it in. Checked on the play. Spun down by Wesley. They want a holding call. There is none. As Wesley really put a grab on Curry, the Bruins back at full strength as they kill off the penalty. Bruins lead 2-0 back at the moment. Listen to John Muckler screaming at Andy Van Hellemond.
He's screaming. You got your hand up. They're still changing.
Andy!
Wake up, Andy.
Let's go, Andy! Andy, run the game!
Well, the referees cannot win. I mean, I'm sure the Bruins were disconsolate at some calls. The lack of them by Andy Van Hellemond, 42 years old, since started in the league in 1972. Has handled playoff games since 1977. Carpenter and Graves. And false start. They want it done again. One shot by Edmonton on the power play. The shots stand at 20 Boston, 16 Edmonton.
A big one, too, right? Andy got the right leg on it.
Carpenter wins it. Boston trying to move it out. Graves able to check it. Checked by Carpenter. Graves trying to go near the net. Checked by Carpenter. Gets away. Moves it in front, but can't put the shot on. Shot by Huddy. Wide. And Prop starts it back. Now to Bob Gould. Playing first time in the game. Over the line. Leaves it for Bork. Bork fires and misses wide on the right side. Not by much. Gould setting up Bork. At center ice. Bork breaks up the play.
I think Ranford got his left leg on that, left foot.
Huddy trying to come out. Neely almost stole it. Couldn't do it. Huddy swoops in the center ice. Over the line. Fires, and it's deflected into the stands. As getting a piece of that was Greg Hogwood. Face-off called inside the Boston line, and Huddy really cranked it up offensively.
Well, what Huddy accomplished doing is he had to turn the Jets on to beat Cam Neely. It was all over him, and then he finally, when he got away from Neely, he had a head of steam going for himself. Became a very dangerous element out there.
One shot Edmonton, third period. We have 15:28 left in the third period. 2-0 Boston. And we have an open mic on the Edmonton bench, and
that could be dangerous.
We are not responsible.
No.
Ken London is our producer for TV 38. A hard-working day for Ken London. Burridge, Bob Sweeney, Greg Johnston. Peterson. A good check in deep, knocked down Anderson, and the Bruins forechecking well. Simpson now starts it out to Anderson, picking up Messier. From Messier. Messier coming on Peterson. The shot knocked wide by Peterson, rolls around the boards. Pinching in is low. Simpson shot wide. Deep by Anderson. Bruins trying to clear it, can't. Bounces around on the boards. Loose. Johnston able to clear it out. This will be icing. Good play by Greg Johnston. They were harassed, and Mike Milbury starting John Bice, looking for an attack, playing Greg Hogwood on defense. He is an offensive defenseman. And you have Don Sweeney, too. He's looking for an attack, and the Bruins hopped off to a 2-0 lead, and now guarding it well with a face-off in the Boston end. And one of the keys to this game, Bob Carpenter's face-off ability.
Bob Carpenter's played a very strong game, along with Glenn Wesley, obviously Ray Bork and Cam Neely and Andy Moog. Everybody's doing their chores out there. Continue to do so.
Ray Bork, 3 shots. Cam Neely, 5 shots of the 20 for Boston. But the goals were by John Bice and Greg Johnston. Lamb is out there now. Carpenter. Lamb wins it for Lowe. Lowe drops it back for Curry. Curry, a slap shot. Blocked wide by Don Sweeney, who sprawled in front. And a penalty on Boston coming up. Harry Galley out.
Well,
And that will make power play number 4 for Edmonton, and another power play. The Bruins lead the Oilers 2-0 in the third period.
Well, Gary Galley in the box for holding. Glenn Wesley just got away with one prior to that. Andy Van Hellemond seemed to give Edmonton the edge. Here's the shot. It gets deflected off a foot and just hits Moog in the right leg. The first real break that Andy Moog has gotten, where he didn't see it after deflection.
That was Don Sweeney who had sprawled, and Galley for holding low. The draw to the boards, but no Bruin there. Messier able to keep it in. Messier puts it in front, knocked away by Moog just in time. Ruotsalainen fires one, and
Wesley blocked it
into the stands. Had a face-off in the Boston zone again, and the Bruins now hard-pressed here in the third period, although Edmonton with just 2 shots,
well,
almost 6 minutes played.
Well, it's the power play advantage that has got the Bruins somewhat taken aback. Good sound penalty killing thus far.
The holding was on Kevin Lowe, and he was in deep, and of course that's what Edmonton is doing. They're down by 2. They will press that defense. Can the Bruins get a breakout? That's what they hope for. Carpenter again against Messier. Messier wins this for Ruotsalainen. Along the line for Smith. Into Curry. Curry's pass. Blocked. Missed. Shot and a score. Carpenter missed it. And firing at home is Tikkanen to make it 2-1. Carpenter had the chance to stop it, clear it. It hopped over his stick. And Tikkanen fired at home. A power play goal for Edmonton.
Well, a bouncing puck. Bobby Carpenter's going to try to clear this all at once. There's the fan pass. Just flips up in the air. Tikkanen a quick shot. Now the Bruins pick it up, go on the offense, and take it to him. You got to start skating, get some goals. You got to get that goal back. Don't want to sit on it. John Pearson mentioned that. Take it to him. You've got to skate. 2 power play advantages handed to the Oilers.
Over the line comes Tikkanen again, taken down by Bork, and Bork is going out. Holding. And not much. No argument about that, but that was Tikkanen on fire, bearing in. And this is the 5th power play for Edmonton as Bork is out for holding.
Well, when you have a 2-goal lead, one of the most, you play very tentative with that. Now you got to take a little confidence, go for it. Oilers are going to definitely jump. The Crowder's back in the game. Bruins were kind of rumbling along, nice even pace, not very many chances.
And now the Coliseum explodes as Tikkanen scored. That was at 5:32. Ray Bork is out for holding at 6:01. He put a major league grab on Tikkanen.
Well, he had to. The puck bounced away. He was in the open. Ray reached out with the arm, hauled him down.
It is the 3rd power play for the Oilers in the 3rd period, and 5 overall. And Messier is out there with Curry and Tikkanen, Ruotsalainen and Smith. The draw to Smith. Tapped up now for the Oilers, over to Smith. Smith tried to drop it to Ruotsalainen. It's outside the line. Brian Propp is on with Bob Carpenter, Galley, and Wesley. Ruotsalainen rushes over the line. Moves it from Messier. Messier is shot. A short side save by Andy Moog, pinching the pads together with Messier bearing in on the right wing side on a feed from Ruotsalainen.
Well, this opportunity arises when Galley and Wesley bump into each other. Ruotsalainen right there. Wesley has to stand still. There's a nice trip that the Bruins got away with. Wrist shot. Andy Moog squeezes it off. Right there, they bumped into each other, and that's where the problem all originated. That was a bit of a dive. Now you take a second look at it.
Carpenter again against Messier. And it's back to the line to Ruotsalainen. Off for Smith. Now to Curry, who's back there. Ruotsalainen. Jari Curry.
Interference. Great call by Andy Van Hellemond. Steve Smith nullifies this with a very dumb penalty.
And that will nullify the power play as Steve Smith is out for interference. Bruins lead it 2-1. Back in a moment. Don Sweeney out now with Bob Carpenter. Up for Neely. Neely leaves it for Carpenter. Carpenter over the line by Gregg. Trying to cut right in. Gives it for Galley. A shot. And it's wide of the net. Didn't miss by much. Neely fires it back in deep. Taken over by Huddy. Each team short a man. Boston leads it 2-1. Out comes Messier. Hit by Carpenter. It goes down. Huddy comes back. Holds it. Goes deep on Galley. Checked all the way. Loose, and Neely starts it out. Huddy is not on defense. It is Messier. Here comes Neely with Don Sweeney going deep on Gregg. Checked into the corner. Back for Don Sweeney. A shot. Tip wide of Ranford. Behind the net, the Bruins trying to put it in front. Knocked away, and Anderson starts it out. Anderson coming on Hogwood with Messier. Broken up by Hogwood. Has to regroup, and the Bruins get the forwards back. Each team short a man in 30 seconds. The Bruins go on a power play. In the center ice comes Anderson with Lowe. Checked. Lowe gets it. Lowe holding, moving it right in. Cuts in front. The shot is blocked. Great defensive play there by Don Sweeney. All the way down to Ranford. Janney is after Muni. Now Lowe with it. 8 seconds. The Bruins go on the power play. 2-1 the Bruins. 8 minutes into the third period. Breaking up the middle. It is Tikkanen. Drop pass for Curry. Curry, a shot blocked wide by Wesley. Taken over by Carpenter. He is spilled. Back up, clears it around. Wesley trying to come out. Plays it to center ice. Bork there. Bork on the wing for Carpenter over the line. Holding. Right wing boards. Still holding. In front. Backhander across. Quick shot and a great save there by Bill Ranford as all alone was Galley in front. Here comes Tikkanen, center ice, full strength, the Oilers. Pass in, deflected wide by Wesley. Kept in by Smith. He's out of the penalty box. For Curry, quick shot, save. Tikkanen can't get the shot away. And Bork starts back. Bork into center ice to Janney. Janney crisscrossing, going wide on Gregg. Can't move in. He thought maybe they were offside. Now he clears it in. 9 minutes into the third period. Boston leads 2-1. At center ice, breaking it is Jelena, the rookie. A lot of speed. Goes wide. Cuts in front. Blocked by Moog. What a save by Andy Moog on Jelena. Just tremendous there. Puck to center ice. Smith, check. Now Bob Sweeney starts it back. In the center ice. Barreling up the middle. Over the line. Checked. Lost control. Still tries to move in. Can't get it. Around the boards. It is the Oilers breaking it out. Wide open hockey here. A lead on the right for Murphy. Broken up by Peterson for Burridge. Burridge can't move it out. Moog able to clear it out. Driven back in by Steve Smith wide. Andy Moog. Some brilliant stops. Peterson clears it out. Jelena tried to line him up. Couldn't. Breaking. Anderson, right wing side, trying to bear in. Slides it in front, barrels into the net. It's dislodged. He belted Moog. And Messier now.
And Gary Galley's down. Anderson took him to the net pretty hard.
Bruins lead it 2-1. Back in a moment.
Gary Galley's all right. Shaken up. Went into the post pretty hard. Right here, Anderson's coming left. He gets a bouncing puck his way. There's Galley's going to stop his drive to the net. There's the punch that knocked him into the crossbar. That could be high sticking. Andy Van Hellemond calls nothing. Now Jelena comes across. Watch this save. In the air, over Moog, and he gets a trapper on it, knocks it out of the way. Jelena never got any wood on it. But had Moog not hit it with his glove, that goes in the net. Now watch Anderson. He knows that Galley's coming. There's the punch. There's the high stick around his face. And Van Hellemond once again lets an Oiler get away with murder.
And the power plays are even at 5 apiece. The face-off to the right of Andy Moog. We're halfway through the third period. The draw to Smith. Screams one into a crowd block. Loose. Bruins. Bork gets it. Up for Neely. Neely breaking in the center ice now with Janney. Janney 2-on-2. Moves it over the line. Almost got through. Couldn't do it. Cleared all the way down by Simpson. Back for it, Ray Bork. And the Bruins started out. Wesley. Pass up. Taken over by Smith. This one could be icing or offside. They're going to call it offside. 9:28 left in the third period. Boston scoring in the first period. John Bice from Cam Neely, 10 seconds into the game. Bice, the rookie from the University of Wisconsin. Greg Johnston at 15:04 from Randy Burridge and Bob Sweeney. And in the third period, Esa Tikkanen at 5:54 from Jari Kurri and Steve Smith. That's the way it stands. The shots are 23 for Edmonton now. They have 8 in the third period. And Boston listed with 1.
Boston's got to pick it up offensively. Those shots did having a little surge by Edmonton on the power play, but in the last couple of shifts, Bruins content with getting it out, waiting for their breaks, waiting for a chance.
A variety of lines by Mike Milbury is Carpenter with Christian on the right and Prop on the left. Ray Bork and Alan Peterson now. Attacking, Ruud Salina, blocked at the line. Knocked back in, and Ray Bork covers it. Curry forechecking. Bork away to Peterson. Peterson got it to center ice, but then lost it. Messier winding up with Smith. Smith pinched off on the play. Bork back to get it. Bork trying to move it out on the left wing side. Prop does. Prop to Christian over the line. Smith checks him into the boards. They battle. Into the corner to the right. Prop moves it around the corner. Carpenter going for it there. Pokes it in deep. Prop behind the net. Christian wrapped up by Smith. Christian holding it. Now plays it on the other side. Out it is the Oilers breaking it out. Tikkanen just drilled it to Curry. Curry gained the line to Messier. Broken up by Wesley. Kept in by Messier. Messier wheels it off for Gregg. Gregg lines it up. Blocked in front. Did not reach Moe. And it's cleared out. Huddy right back now. Curry with Tikkanen holding. Drilling one. What a stop by Andy Moe. Gonna screen on a 55-footer. Johnston breaks it back. Clears it in the Edmonton end. 8 minutes left in the third period. Johnston mauled by Gregg. Held down on the play. A punch. They let it go. And back comes Jelena. A lost stick by the Bruins. The puck goes outside the line. Peterson now. Cross for Hogwood. Hogwood trying to make a play. Blocked by Gregg. Bounces back over the Boston line. Fired right out. Going for it. Bob Sweeney can't get it. Johnston does. Looking for Burridge. Going to be icy. Lowe is back. Icing against the Bruins. And it is Bruins 2, Oilers 1. Back in a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, champions of the ice.
And the face-off called and a timeout called by John Muckler. And if you missed the 1990 Stanley Cup pregame show before tonight's game, make sure you don't miss it before game number 4 on Tuesday. Our TV38 sports team tell you all about all you need to know about the game 4, and it all begins at 8:30. 1.5 hour before the Bruins face off against the Oilers, right here on TV38. August 6th down to the Cape, bringing you news from the Cape, Derek.
I know you do a lot of that.
Stay awake now.
Yeah.
Brookfield, Sally Quinlan, LPGA tournament for alcohol and drug abuse, Cape Cod chapter. Bob Miller, the pro at Blue Rock, has full information on that. August 6th, chance to play with the top women golfers. Face off now in the Boston end. 7:35 left. A timeout call by John Muckler. He's been reading the Mike Milbury book.
Well, I think it's time to call one. Muckler wants the concerted effort to keep going. I don't know whether it was Milbury who called it or not. Regroup, take it to him. Bruins got to get skating again. They've done it in the last couple of shifts. Now sustain it.
Carpenter out there with Janney and Neely. Lamb on the faceoff with Carpenter again. To the left of Andy Moe. False start.
Edmonton has tried everybody against Bobby Carpenter thus far.
Somebody's got to get tossed out.
Well, the opponent is Bob Carpenter. He has to put the stick down first. Lamb hits the hook. Now Tikkanen. He yappy youngster. He's out there always talking.
Shot back. Curry gets it. Shot. Beautiful save by Andy Moog. The draw right to Curry, the right winger, who is back at the point position. Bork holds. Lamb. Tikkanen forechecking. The lead too far from Carpenter. All the way down near Ranford. 7:15 left, third period. 2-1 Boston. In the center ice comes Curry, flashing over the line. Drop past Tikkanen. The shot and a save by Andy Moog. They are from fairly well out. The Curry shot and the Tikkanen shot were from a good 40 feet at least.
All right.
But they can drill him.
What we got here is a typical example of Boston Bruins coming out here. Everybody curls to take their man. Christian went over to the wing and ignored Curry. That allowed him to gain the blue line and the dump-off play because Neely on the right side, taking that left winger, had moved across for Lowe. You got to be able to play the puck. You can check your man, take the body all the time, but always be constantly aware of where that puck is. A poke check here and there sends a lot of people away. If you ignore the puck, your defensemen depend a lot of times for you to kind of fluff plays with a broken, with a poke check here and there.
Carpenter wins it for Bork. Bork stick handling. Checked. Gets it up to Prop. Prop leaving it for Carpenter. Carpenter able to bounce it out to center ice. But the Bruins being harassed by this fierce attack by the Edmonton Oilers. Bruins lead it 2-1. Wesley trying to come out. They're right on top of him. He's just forced to clear it away. Bruins need to forecheck now this defense, but Ruud Salainen, good puck carrier, and Steve Smith able to work it to center ice. Smith carries, fires it, blocked. Anderson waits, now drills it in. Around the boards, Messier going for it. Bork breaks it up the boards on the right side. Smith able to keep it in. The pass deflects over on the boards, and Wesley carries it out. Bruins attack. Wesley in the center ice. A lead on the right. Galley on the ice, able to go into the corner. Battle in deep with Christian. That's Galley, the defenseman. Carpenter covers for him. And it seems that Carpenter has played most of this third period. Peterson on the loose puck. Broken up by Simpson. Cleared over the line, up, and Huddy able to break by, over the line, shot, save Andy Moog, a sparkler. As Huddy drilled that from 35 feet on the left. Huddy right back again, over the line, check. The puck goes on the boards. Bruins able to clear it out. Neely barreling with it, with Burridge. Neely still going, looking for Burridge. It is broken up. Back comes Curry. Carpenter helping out the defense. Curry one-on-one on Bork. Forced back by Bork. Holds it. Wheels it away to Huddy again. Huddy, a screen shot blocked by Moog. In a screen with Tikkanen and Wesley in front of him. He was able to handle that. And he has looked at about 14 shots here in the third period. 28 now for the Oilers total. 21 for Boston. The Bruins lead it 2-1. 5:27 left, third period.
Bill Ranford hasn't seen any, but Andy Moog's certainly seen his share. Here's the wrist shot. Andy Moog down low, smothered, take away the ice, spreads the legs, and eats that up. Bruins waiting, trying to pick Edmonton up their side of center ice. Instead of forcing one man to make that play deep in their own end, Bruins haven't been in the Edmonton end of the ice in quite a while. You know, the philosophy is not to sit on a lead, but every individual player, as a rule, a lot of times takes it upon himself not to be the one to lose his man, give up that
play. Graves against Christian. Carpenter gets it. Can't clear it out. Huddy kept it in. Wrapped it around the boards. Prop trying to clear it. Stops and just clears it out. Edmonton wraps it back in. Moog blocking it for Ray Bork. Bork up on the right. In the center ice, the Bruins break. Christian over the line now to Prop. Prop swings it in deep. Looking for Bob Sweeney. Bob Sweeney trying to make the play in front. Christian digs it free. Drops it back for Bork. Bork back up. Bob Sweeney can't get it. Rolls into the corner. Wesley started to pinch in. Now moves back. Left point. Wesley trying to contain it. Knocked out. Anderson gets it. Anderson, a lead for Jelena, too far. Ray Bork. Ray Bork loses to Jelena. Jelena swings it back in front. Forced back on the play. Still holding on the boards. Forced to the boards there as he battles with Wesley, and Wesley breaks it up and clears it out.
Great play by Wesley to stay with Jelena.
A lead on the right now for Curry again. The shot caught by Moog, dropped for Galley. That shot was by Ruotsalinen, not Curry. In the center ice, Tikkanen winding up now with Curry. 4:10 left, third period, 2-1 Boston. Smith tips it in. Back for it, Don Sweeney. Tried to clear it, goes into the stands, and a face-off call to the left of Andy Moog. Bruins lead 2-1. Back in a moment.
Here's an example of Glenn Wesley playing the game properly right here, and it gets loose. Now Jelena's got the puck. He's staying with him. Now he keeps bothering him. Jelena can't really get any room to look to find out what he's going to do. Stays with it and gets the puck out. Excellent hustle by Glenn Wesley.
Well, the Bruins are hanging on, you can say that. It's 13 shots for Edmonton. They've had 3 power plays, and they scored a power play goal in the third period. And the face-off now to the left of Andy Moog, who has been the story. 28 shots overall, 13 here in the third period by Edmonton. Moog looked at only 15. There's John Muckler looking on as Lamb takes the draw with Bob Carpenter. 3:59 left, third period. Ruotsalinen and Smith. Puck down, batted to the boards. Tikkanen keeps it in. Curry intercepted. Burridge breaks it out. 3-on-2 for Boston. In the middle for Neely on the right. And the Bruins are offside. Ready to go, Smith, and he's trying to draw a Neely penalty. Van Hellemon's going to ignore the whole thing, but Smith just kept his hands down as Neely jammed him on the right wing side. The play was offside.
Well, Neely took exception to once the whistle was blown, Steve Smith got a little rambunctious. Cam, very frustrated at this point.
The Bruins had a 3-on-2 there, but boy, you look at the clock, you look at the lead, and you're kind of tentative.
Well, yeah, there's no doubt about it. It's not, like I said, it's not a coaching philosophy to hang on.
Carpenter out there with Burridge and Neely. Bork gets it to Wesley. Wesley plays it in carefully. And back for it is Curry. Smith and Ruotsalinen. Bruins forecheck deeply. Burridge and Neely up there. Now they back off. Ruotsalinen finally gets it away. Lamb starting out. Smith. And foiled a bit.
This is Randy Burridge. One man doing all this.
Tikkanen now starts it. Up for Lamb. Lamb is checked. But it's Smith moving it over the line. But back for it is Carpenter behind the defense. Can't clear it out. Carpenter gets another chance. Holding in the corner. Instead, gives it away to Neely. Neely in the center ice. Checked by Lamb. Broken up. Lamb can't move in. Under 3 minutes left in the third period. 2-1 Boston. Some solid checking by that group. Burridge, Neely, and Carpenter there. 2:45 left. Low. Up the middle. Broken up by Alan Peterson. He knocked it into the stands. And you don't talk enough about Alan Peterson. The big guy, big, rangy player. Not the great goal scorer, but Alan has been solid on defense.
I mean, you basically can't even mention goal scoring. Alan Peterson, you think, you know, you say, well, he doesn't get the puck up. He doesn't skate very pretty, but he's extremely effective when he plays mean and tough. Believe me, the left side of that building is all his.
Boston goals in the first period by John Bice, Greg Johnston. In the third period, a power play by Tikkanen. Bruins lead 2-1, 2:40 left. Galley is on defense with Peterson. Oilers breaking. Simpson gets it off for Low. Shot. Hot drop covered by Moog. Peterson takes Simpson right into Moog, and Simpson doesn't like it. At the face-off now coming. How many crucial face-offs in Boston end here? This one to the left of Andy Moog. 14 shots by the Oilers in this third period. And out there is Messier again. On the right wing, Anderson. On the left, Simpson. Now a change. Tikkanen and Curry come out. And let's see, 4 forwards. Curry's going to play a forward, rather the right point. Low the left point. 4 forwards on. No, hold it. Huddy is out there.
Huddy's up on the right thing. They want the shot. Messier to Curry for the shot back there.
If I were the coach of Edmonton, I would go with 4 forwards. That's what I thought he was doing, but he is not. However, Huddy, not a bad offensive defenseman. He's up at right wing. Batted around. Bruins with it, controlling as Carpenter wins it. And Bork goes to center ice and fires in wide. Prop after it. Prop in the corner. Takes the hit, broken up. Bruins just trying to forecheck around the boards. As the puck goes to center ice, picked up by Prop. Back to Bork. 2 minutes left. Bork to Christian. Christian over the line. Cutting, trying to go wide. Is blocked by Lowe. Back for it is Curry. Under 2 minutes. Keep an eye on Ranford. To Tikkanen. With that speed, breaks. Wesley after him. He stops, cuts, looks for a trailer, hands it to Ray Bork. Bork is belted down, lost his stick as he was hit by Tikkanen. Bruins. Bork gets a stick now. Puck is knocked away to center ice. Here's a clean break. Burridge all alone. Coming in. Stopped by Ranford. Oh, what a save by Ranford. 1:27 left. Burridge with a breakaway. Big save by Ranford. Curry trying to move on Burridge. Now gets it. Flipping in wide. The play is called offside. 1:14 left. And a great glove stop by Bill Ranford on Boston's second scoring chance in the third period, while Edmonton's had 14.
Randy Burridge is one upset customer. Messier loses the balance. Poke check right there by Bobby Carpenter. Christian to Burridge. Now Burridge is coming in. He's thinking 5-hole. Doesn't get it. Great leg save by Ranford. Ranford goaltenders give you that 5-hole. It looks so tempting. All you have to do is hit it and it's in. But they take it away so effectively, so often.
Well, we'll be right here on Tuesday night with more exciting Stanley Cup playoff action. 1:14 left here in the third period, a timeout. Called by the Bruins, I do believe, giving Edmonton credit for the timeout with 7.5 minutes left. And for Mike Milbury, he has gone to Bob Carpenter a lot in this game. He would love to have Dave Poulin in the lineup for face-offs. Mike Milbury talking things now with the situation where Ranford would be out. But right now, Ranford stays in the net, and John Muckler giving his team instructions.
Well, what you got, Bob Carpenter, I tell you, you missed Dave Poulin big time. Carpenter certainly has filled the bill as far as what's been asked of him. Another centerman as well. But Carpenter's had a ton of ice time tonight. Bruised foot, playing in pain. Yeah, well, shake it off and be a Bruin.
And looking now at that Edmonton lineup, Messier, of course, out there. Curry, Ruotsalainen, Smith, and Tikkanen.
Well, they can put 5 pretty good hockey players out there in a situation like this.
And Ranford is playing at about 30 feet outside the net, waiting to see what develops on the faceoff. 1:14 left in the third period. Carpenter again on the draw. Cam Neely and Tikkanen. It's off for Smith. Can't fire it in. Blocked by Bork. Bruins able to clear it out. Curry's pass back. Now floats over the line. Messier going for it. Moog knocked it away. Not cleared out by Prop. Now it goes to Neely. Neely at center ice trying to set a play. Doesn't work. 50 seconds left. Ranford still in the net. Tikkanen clears it in. Back for it is Wesley. Up the boards. Not out. Wrapped in around. Ranford is out. Tikkanen, a shot. A save by Moog, and he's able to deflect it into the stands so the Bruins can get organized. not a bad play on that Tikkanen shot. And the face-off now in the Boston zone. Ranford is out. 35 seconds left. Third period.
Gary's going to be the shooter. What I was going to say. Dick's the shooter, okay?
Instructions from John Muckler.
Well, I think he wants to get one guy set up to take the big shot off the draw. Pick the forwards coming out trying to get to that one man. Imagine they'll either be Curry or Tikkanen taking the shot.
Bruins lead 2-1, 35 seconds left. Third period. Face-off to the right of Andy Moog. Ranford is out. So they have Ruotsalainen back there.
Dave Christian, a right-hand shot. Bobby Carpenter, the left-hand shot, would be pulling naturally on his backhand to Moog. Christian pulling to the corner.
Christian gets it back into the corner. Ray Bourque with it. Able to clear it out softly enough. And we're down to 28 seconds, and they have to regroup. Tikkanen winding up behind the net. Neely forechecking. He's out there with Carpenter and Christian. Winding up is Smith. 18 seconds left. Smith slowed down. Gets it in the center ice. Hits a player. Over the line, Curry. Smith, shot wide. Going for it, Wesley. Trying to clear it out, does. 8 seconds left. They have to wait. It's blocked. It goes in deep. Back for it is Bourque. 2 seconds, 1. And they salute Andy Moog. What a tremendous performance by Moog in the third period as the Bruins win the game 2-1. Andy Moog looked at 14 shots and handled all but one as Tikkanen drilled a power play goal, and Andy Moog, the story in game number 3.
What a courageous effort for Moog to bounce back. Excellent hockey by Andy. Shut down all he had to do. One quick shot on a broken play. There's the Tikkanen.
And they are still saluting Andy Moog. And the final score, the Bruins 2, the Oilers 1. Derek and I will have the Delta recap in just a moment.
This Boston Bruins recap is brought to you by Delta Airlines. We love to fly, and it shows. Here once again, Fred Cusick and Derek Sanderson.
Well, the final score, 2-1 for Boston. Andy Moog, no question about it, who was the star of the game. Third period, Edmonton really unloaded. They were helped out by 3 power plays.
You know, and I tell you, it's a long time between games for Andy Moog. He knows he's a better goaltender than what happened in Game 2. And the doubting Thomas as well about the trade. Andy Moog put all that to rest. He won first star tonight, deservedly so. Came up with just a banner effort.
And the third star was Raymond Bourque. Somewhere in there, I'd put Mike Milbury. He adapts. He's on demand. He lost Poulin, but he makes those adjustments. And he started John Bice and scored a goal in 10 seconds.
John Bice, what it is like you throw that change in there, little youth, little enthusiasm, pick it up, boys. We got to win both games here in Edmonton. The Bruins know that. The first step was to win this first one. They did that. They've accomplished that. Now they got to come out with another strong first period, the next game, and go from there.
And we'll look at an Andy Moog save. He had so many in that third period. This on Messier.
Well, Mark Messier was a concern all night long. He comes in here. There's the poke check away, but well, we'll give it the poke check he never got to. Well, we could have come up with a lot better saves than that one, but Moog, it was very good with his legs and his feet. He called all rebounds. He controlled them well. He had the stick going. Some passes across the crease. He deflected. Very focused, very into the game, played extremely well.
And that showed his mobility, too, which is part of the picture, and you don't think about it.
Well, tonight he never hesitated. When he saw an opening and he saw where he was needed, he went to it and filled it.
And the final score, Boston 2 and Edmonton 1. We'll be back here on Tuesday night. A lot more of excitement. And here's Gene.
All right, Fred, Derek, thank you very much. In a moment, we will announce our Budweiser Player of the Game, so stay with us as Boston Bruins hockey on TV 38 continues. Tonight, we honor Andy Moog as our Budweiser Player of the Game. He had 28 saves, 13 of those coming in the third period. So Andy Moog, for all you do, this Bud's for you. So the Edmonton Oilers can forget about the sweep. Boston's first period goals by John Bice and Greg Johnston. The difference in this one is the Boston Bruins win 2-1. They are now back in this series as the Oilers lead 2-1. Game 4 coming up from the Northlands Coliseum in Edmonton on Tuesday night. That game will be right here on Channel 38. So once again, the final score from Game 3 in Edmonton tonight, the Boston Bruins 2 and the Edmonton Oilers 1. For Fred Cusick, Derek Sanderson, and John Pearson, plus all of us here at TV 38, I'm Gene Levanchi. Thanks for joining us. Have a good night, everybody. Boston Bruins hockey on TV 38 has been brought to you in part by Bradley's Department Stores, by the Harvard Community Health Plan, by your participating New England Dodge dealers. For cool cash on hot cars and trucks, it's Advantage Dodge. By the 9X Yellow Pages. If it's out there, it's in here. By Bud Light. Everything else is just a light. And by Stop and Shop Supermarkets. It's time to stop and shop. Join us again Tuesday night as the Bruins face off against the Oilers in Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Championship at 9, preceded by the Stanley Cup pregame show at 8:30. Stay tuned for Ask the Manager. This has been a TV 38 sports presentation.